Heavy Bag Boxing TV.
Y'all make sure you go sub to my man Heavy Bag Boxing, man.
Get your dumb ass in and hit this bag.
The Heavy Bag Boxing TV.
Y'all just go ahead and subscribe to Heavy Bag Boxing TV because he be lit on his channel.
And Heavy Bag Boxing.
Heavy Bag Boxing TV.
Yo, shout out to Heavy Bag Boxing TV.
Heavy Bag Boxing TV.
Heavy Bag Boxing TV.
Heavy Bag Boxing TV. That's my little bro.
Princeton 412 in the building. Shout out to my guy T.O. Heavy Bag Boxing TV. Get your bitch ass in here and hit this bag.
Heavy Bag Boxing, alright? You heard it from me. You heard it here first.
Heavy Bags Boxing. Straight out of Norfolk, baby. Let's go.
What's up, y'all? Shout out to Heavy Bag Boxing TV.
You are tuned in to Heavy Bag Boxing. Get your and hit this bag, dude.
Shout out to Heavy Bag Boxing. It's the one and only Blazer Flair. Woo!
Yo, what's up? It's your boy Zach, Super Judah, 6-time champion world. I'm giving a big shout out to my home team, Heavy Bag TV. You heard? Keep it live.
This is Showtime Sean Porter. You are watching Heavy Bag Boxing.
Man, what up, YouTube? Big T.O. Heavy Bag TV, man. Get your goofy ass in here and hit the bag. All right, man, on some late night shit. No, you know I normally don't do that. Normally, an old nigga is asleep. Normally, an old nigga that got his mouth open, calling them hogs. No diddy. But I was up tonight, man. I got to be up real early, rock out with my son in the morning. So I might as well. I'll probably just stay up. And I wanted to talk some boxing. I wasn't able to go live this week, Tuesday or Thursday. But here we are, nigga. Or 7:30, excuse me. But here we are. We made it. We made it, right? Definitely want to take the time to shout out the members of the channel real quick. Thank you guys for actually being members of the damn channel.
Big facts.
Skip the Stepper, G Wavy, and I can't for the life of me, I don't never see y'all at the lives. Sean Franklin, never see you at the lives. John O'Neill out the BX, shout out you, never see you at the lives. Tyree Celestine, we've seen him, and of course my guy Mark Nash TV. Thank you guys so much. Of course, we see Mark Nash TV. Shout out my guy DJ in the chat. What up, what up, what up, what up? You might not get it all your own way tonight, for sure. I probably won't. Do I ever? You feel me? But definitely wanted to talk some boxing, man. I'm up for it. Hopefully we can get an audience tonight and they'll be up for it as well. Shout out my guy DJ, all of the usual suspects, Punch Talk, GMT, Slick Fitty, 913, the boxing man, Casino Life, Straight. My guy Red from Straight Throwing Facts. Thank you, everybody. All right, man, David Morrell or David Benavidez, David Morrell is going down Saturday. And for those of you, look, first of all, that $80, that fucked me up. I ain't gonna lie. That $80 got me on some activate that fire stick. Fire stick activated. Facts. That's a tough price point, man. That's a tough price point when you really looking at it. So I had to peep the undercard because I wasn't quite sure all that was on the undercard. And if you don't know, let me tell you. All right, so it looked like, of course, big brother to David Benavidez Jr., David Benavidez, Jose Benavidez Jr. He'll be on the undercard against Danny Rosenberger. They got to get him a win. I thought he probably should just go ahead and retire. He's had plenty of opportunities against some of the best competition possible. Just hadn't been right since he got shot in the leg, man. So it is what it is. Okay. Jesus Ramos. Niggas want to see Ramos fight for sure. He's got a fight against Rosario. Jason Rosario. Eastside Cruz, he's on the card, right? Another decent name to put on the undercard of this bout. And then you got Carmel Moten. He'll be fighting a nigga named Frank Zaldivar. All right, so this will be Moten's 6th fight or 7th fight. So I mean, you're putting some names up here that some of these cats out here know. Then, of course, you got the co-main event with Brandon Figueroa, Stephen Fulton, part 2. Nobody really asked for this fight, but I ain't mad at it. I'm not mad at it. And, of course, Benavidez versus Morrell. Now, it's $80, though. 80 goddamn dollars.
Fire stick activated.
I ain't gonna lie. It's giving me them streamies vibes, my nigga. But I'm a support, right? For sure. And I'm urging anybody who rock with me to support as well. You want to check out Carmel Moten. You want to check out Ramos for sure. The Figueroa Fulton fight, man, it's just no real juice behind that for me. I definitely want to check out Ramos and Cruz. I love to see Cruz fight as well, so I'm not mad at those. Shout out chat, man. Mark Wynn in the chat. What up, Mark Wynn? Coco is in the building. What up, girlfriend? What's happening? Yeah, man, I'm late, man. You know me, man. I'm fashionably on CP time. That's for damn sure, man. You already know. Gotta be on CP time sometime. But Benavidez, Morrell, man. Listen, I like this fight. And I thought David Benavidez has done a great job of selling this fight. I don't know if you guys seen him going at it with Louis DeCoupis at the presser. And I don't, to be honest, man, because of David Benavidez's style, I'm glad he's in this position. Now, I know there's a lot of people who don't like David Benavidez, and I get it. I understand why. You know, it's a part of the game, right? You like styles, or you might not like where he's from or how he's beat up on some of your favorite fighters, whatever the case may be. But you can't say that David Benavidez is a boring fighter, right? If you rock with the sport of boxing, how could you not appreciate the style of David Benavidez, right? This big monster coming forward on the front foot, crazy hand speed, and every single fight he's trying to damage and hurt and maul and break who's ever in front of him. And that shit is exciting to watch. For sure. Shout out my guy DJ in the chat. He said the PBC moving their own deck of chairs. For sure. Coco, she said, you're not lying about those prices. That's real rap. That's real right. That $80 price point, I just don't like it, man. I felt like PBC could have, slid us one of them $60 joints, right? If you'd have slapped that $59.99 price up there, I don't think it would have been that bad. Like, it would have been received a little better, right? I think, niggas is going to be a little bit more willing to stream it for that $80 price point. And not to mention, it's coming on the first. I don't know about y'all, but the mortgage is due on the first, my guy. The bills, you know what I'm saying? They starting to recycle around the first. So, that's just a bad date. You got to come middle of the month or something. But listen, exciting style. If you're David Benavidez, who doesn't appreciate and like that style? And say what you want about David Morrell. They hyped him up. They hyped him up to be here. I think I was a part of that, right? Only 11 fights, but look what he was able to do when he had the opportunity to grab an interim WBA belt at 68. Look what he was able to do against some of that stiffer competition. Look at what he was able to do versus a bronze medalist. He put Yerba Sinelli in a coma, for crying out loud, right? So you want to give David Morrell a ton of credit for what he was able to accomplish in only 11 fights. Now, of course, deep, extensive amateur background. And this is somebody who's, just as big, if not bigger, than David Benavidez. At these presses, I've been really trying to get a good look at the size of them domes, like them heads. David Benavidez got a big ass head, but Morrell got big ass melon too. Morrell got a big melon too. So shout out my guy Casino. He thinks a lot like me when we looking at and kind of comparing the size of them domes. And listen, a lot of people giving Morrell a real shot. The dude has some dynamite. This probably could be the one fighter that we've seen David Benavidez actually climb in the ring with that we all believe has real power, right? When you think of David's career, and you got to give him a ton of credit for what he's been able to do with the top guys, in my opinion, at 68. And listen, he cleaned out 68, right? So power or not, he cleaned it out. But Morrell, I think we all probably could agree that power may be different. We just haven't seen it versus the top guys. And even moving to 75 versus Kalajic, still, in my opinion, not a top guy. You have to give David Benavidez a little bit more credit for knocking off Vostik over Kalajic. All right, so all fingers are pointing to David Benavidez having a better resume at 75 and at 68. Yes, that's real shit. But again, style of Benavidez exciting. Price point, but for Carmel Moten, for Isak Cruz, for Jesus Ramos, and there's a lot of people who still, got a lot of love for Figueroa Fig and Stephen Fulton. I guess I get it, right? It's a lot of paydays. Listen, PBC, these guys ain't been fighting. They need some paydays, so I'm not mad if you support. I'm going to buy this card. I want to activate for sure, but I'm going to buy it. Mark went in the chat. He said, isn't Tank on March 1st? Yeah, Tank's on March 1st. Which is, again, I do not like the beginning of the month joints because where I'm from, most of those bills, the big bills, are due around the 1st. So I'm just speaking from somebody who's got a budget, right? If you budgeting, and you're a big boxing fan, you want to buy the fight, but you want to be, that's just got to be in the budget. And the 1st of the month is always a little iffy. Or I could even see like a week or two afterward. Like I say, middle of the month, maybe a week after the 1st, because you probably could get another paycheck in there. All right. Make sure if you in the chat, man, if you want to leave if you put a message in the chat, I promise you I'm gonna try and get to you throughout the Jones. Shout out Diego. What up, man? Appreciate you in the chat. All right, so we got who's on the undercard, right? You got Carmel Moten, Jesus Ramos, Benavidez Jr. You got to put Big Bro on it. Isak Cruz, Stephen Fulton, Figueroa. So not a bad card, right? And a lot of guys we just haven't been seeing outside of Isak Cruz being extremely active, and he hasn't even been extremely active. In my opinion, but he's making his way on most of these big cards for the most part, right? For sure. Now I wanted to show y'all this damn presser, man. This joint here. Excuse me, y'all. This shit here crazy. If I can find it real quick. Gotta go to my little history. Bro went off on Louis DeCoopers, and I don't know if y'all seen this shit, but you gotta see this shit.
I got credit for. Yeah, we're gonna find out. We're gonna find out on a Saturday night. I want to find out if you guys find out. You got a chance. No, I hear you. Listen, Gallegos, he beat the shit out of him every day.
Oh, hold up. Can you hear it? Hold on.
Listen, we don't worry about sparring partners. Hey, listen, let me tell you something. I'm going to tell you. Can you hear it? Hold on.
Y'all let me know in the chat if the sound is okay. Can you hear it? Let me know in the chat if the sound is okay.
You're taking more money than Morrell.
All right, hold on.
Order now. Thank you very much for everybody to be here. Very happy to be here. This is going to be a tremendous fight. First of all, I want to thank Mr. Al Heyman. Without him, none of this would have happened. I'd like to thank Tom Brown. I'd like to thank PBC, Amazon, and for this great fight to happen. I want to thank this guy here for taking the shot. Okay, a lot of guys don't take it anymore. He had the balls. This guy here. Okay, we're going to find out. Find that out on Saturday night. I want to find out if you got a chin. That's what I got to find out. You got a chin. I hear you. Listen, Gallegos, he beat the shit out of him every day. Ask him about his eye. Listen, we don't worry about sparring partners. And listen, let me tell you something. All I'm going to tell you guys, if you can hold this guy's punching power, okay, for 12 rounds, I don't know anything about boxing. Okay? This guy's going to knock you out. I'm telling you. I'm just telling you. You guys are the ones that started. You guys are the ones started also. Who's taking more money out of Darren Morrell's check? You, or anybody else? You're taking more money than You're taking more money than Morrell. Who's taking a bigger cut out of his check? Out of a bigger check. I'm talking about you taking more money than Morrell.
Yo, that motherfucker got bad.
I'm nervous. I've been in this fucking podium. Hey, you're still years. A lot of people fucking saliva your fucking mouth. You're the fucking scary fuck. You can see you're all scared, man. I can see in your eyes. I see it in your eyes, bro. I have Roberto Duran. I know when a guy's scared. You're scared, man. I can see in your eyes. You guys.
So you saw your boy mentioned that bread, right? He said, who getting paid more, you or Morrell? And your man went to 10 real quick, didn't he? Your boy mentioned that bread, right? He said, who getting paid more? Your man went to 10. He got super hot. I love the build up, bro. I love the build up. Listen, David Benavidez did a hell of a job selling this fight, man. Take your hats off to David Benavidez for starting trouble and selling this fight for sure. You gotta give him his props, man. Shout out to the monster. Shout out to the monster for starting a whole lot of trouble and keeping them shots fired, bro. For sure. And Louis DeCoupis, I think he did a great job throughout this build-up as well. Like I say, man, I hate the price point, but it's hard not to want to see this fight happen. Now, for what happens in the ring, I gotta be honest. Going back, watching more Morrell footage, and shout out DJ and everybody. Of course, when I come to the other chat we got, I always show you that I'm watching film. I'm constantly a student of the sport and trying to figure out what's going on. Going back, watching more Morrell film, because he doesn't have that deep water experience for real, and the fight versus Kalajic really showed me a lot once he gets, 7th, 8th, 9th round. It's going to be difficult to see whether or not he can hang with David Benavidez past 7 or 8 rounds, bro. That's my biggest concern, right? Nigga. Because David Benavidez now may be a little bit more acclimated to 75, having that Vostok fight. And this wasn't like no small Vostok. This was a big, powerful, built, sturdy, stout Vostok. And this was the first time we actually seen Benavidez kind of slow down, not completely gas out, but just slow down because that work rate was so high in the 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th round, right? Now, a lot of people felt like Benavidez did a poor job. I beg to differ. I think he just, you haven't seen anybody take that kind of punishment from Benavidez and appear not to really look punished. Vostok did a great job of taking that power. And now it's the question marks of, can the power carry for Benavidez at 75, right? It's a big question mark there. But this is another guy that's coming up from 68 along with Benavidez. So I think we got to keep that in mind as well, right? But past 7, 8, 9th round and heading into the championship rounds, it's a different ball game. And if you can't hurt or get David Benavidez out by then, or formulate a game plan that keeps him off balance, and keeps him running into shots, and figured him out by then, it's a different ball game because he's still going to be throwing flurries like it's round 2. This is just what he does. Go back and watch the film, watch the fights, watch the David Benavidez fights. Round 9 and 10, 11 and 12, he's still going to be throwing 5, 6, 7, 8 punch combinations, bro. And that shit's scary. Real quick, shout out my guy Mike Saunders, Casino. Yo, what up, Casino? Paul in the building. What up? Let me try and get to some of these real quick, guys, while I'm thinking about it. My guy Mark Wynn in the chat, he said $50 Australian for Benavidez versus Morrell, so about $35 US. Oh, that's what's up. See, that's the price point they should have been. That should have been over here, man. They trying to rob us. but I ain't mad at him. I gotta get it. DJ say, drop the link. So we not playing message ping for sure. Let me get this link up in here for y'all, man. Just in case you want to come hang out with your boy or get something off your chest. Let me get it in here. Normally, that's the first thing I do. I'm sorry about that, guys. Okay, I'm sorry about that sound. Hopefully, we was able to get it together at the end there. She said sound, but it was just a little bit low. My bad, Mike. Random random streams. My bad. All right, there's the link in the chat if you want to come hang out. Of course, Paul H. You say Monster is going to have his ass whooped. All right, we gonna see, man. I like that. All right, man. Let me bring my guy up in the building. Of course, a usual suspect. My Aussie brother from down under. Let's bring him on up. DJ is in the building. What up, DJ?
Look, I won't actually take you off the topic that you're already on, Theo.
Okay.
And your pay's going to be docked for turning up late again.
You know how I do, man.
Look, I'm just going to warn you. If Perez comes up here or Mark comes up here, they're going to hand it to you over this card. Yeah, actually, I'm going to tell you, I feel like you're trying to convince yourself it's a lot more intriguing than it actually is. You got 28-0 versus 10-0. Like, come
11-0, 29-0 versus 11-0.
We saw Morrell's performance last year on the Riyadh card, on the Bud undercard. It was garbage. And he was handed an interim title. Come on. And Pitbull and Ramos Jr., come on. Tomato cans.
God. So Pitbull's a tomato can now?
No, Pitbull's not, but his actual opponent is.
Oh, yeah.
Man, go on any website you want and go look for any rankings he's got. I challenge you. It's bullshit. It's a card for the sake of a card. And you know what? It won't matter a fuck who wins out of Benavidez and Morrell. It doesn't change any landscape of boxing. It doesn't get them closer to a bigger title fight. Doesn't get them anywhere closer to Bivol, Benavidez. It just.
So you don't believe the winner of Benavidez and Morrell is in line for the winner of Better Biev and Bivol?
Well, no, because for Morrell at least, this will be his second fight at 175. How do you jump all those rankings and get straight to Bivol or Benavidez?
Well, you saw they jumped the line and both got interim shots, bro. They're both interim. Listen, this is a motherfucking interim unification, man.
Oh, get that shit clean out of here. Get it out. Right.
This is
that
unification
NFL
fight, baby.
Punt. Just get me out of trouble. Just no.
No?
You're not selling that shit to me. And you're definitely not selling it for $80.
Yeah, man. I agree with you, man. That price point is a bit hasty, man. It's a bit hasty.
Yeah,
wow.
It's fucking highway robbery.
Well, see, now, what I'm trying to get you to understand, if you look at it, right, when you think about Pitbull, who potentially could be his own headliner, maybe the Figs in Fulton could be a headline card, a part two. I don't know who was asking for it, but and then you get a look at Kamel Moten, man. He's got a decent little fan base out there. He's up and coming. I think they just did a good job of putting enough names up here to say, I think we can get away with this at $80. And I think, it might work.
Come on. You're supposed to be teaching me as a casual. Sift through the shit.
Well, listen, I'm just saying.
Weight bully, right? He's nearly never made weight the last two fights. Morrell looked garbage. I'm not convinced about Benavidez at 175. particularly with the top dogs. He only went there because he burned his bridges with Canelo at 168. I give him credibility at 168, but I don't give Morrell credibility at 168. And I sure as shit don't give Morrell credibility at 175. Now, when you talk about Pitbull, he just got a boxing lesson off El Rayo.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter which way you flip or turn it. Now, Jesse Ramos, I'm assuming, is 154. It's hit and miss, and that's just 154. I won't be too harsh on that. Like 154 is just a dog's division.
Yeah, it is.
Anyone can win on the night. So
straight dogs. I'm just trying to get you to look at it from the selling point that they're doing, right? I'm not saying
sell
that
it to me.
I'm not trying to sell it to you. I'm not. If you don't want to buy the fight, I completely understand. I will be purchasing the fight, but whoever don't want to purchase this fight, I completely get it. All I'm saying is look at the style of David Benavidez. When he fights, he comes to fight. It's exciting. Same with Pitbull. It's exciting. People want to see him getting back to knocking people out. A lot to prove in the rematch between Figueroa and Stephen Fulton. A lot of people felt like Fulton lost. It's bad blood there. I mean, it's some excitement and some storylines here in this card.
You can't
go
back
in the same with Kamel Moten. So all I'm saying is with the complete package, I understand what they was trying to do here.
When you're talking about the Stephen Fulton fight and the rematch, what year did that original fight actually happen?
Man, that was about 3 years ago.
Yeah. And what's happened since for both of them? All we know is Stephen Fulton got his ass handed to him from Inouye.
Right. So, and listen, the points that you make about this the price point of this fight, I get it. I understand.
Forget the price point. It wouldn't matter whether it was $20, $80, or $120, right? What you've done is you've gone to your Sable and you've emailed everyone and said, who's available so I can put a card together and I'll just find you opponents. I'll make something happen. There's actually none of this changes the landscape of boxing. It's just moving the deck chairs inside PBC so that they can get a payday. That's all it is.
Yeah, that's it. But let me ask you this. Let me ask you this, DJ. Do you not believe any of these matchups will have the exciting factor, like potential to be good fights or exciting fights, or just pure fun to watch?
Well, let me respond to that with some measure. I don't want to be the guy that complained 2 years ago and said, I'm not getting any fights and I'm not getting any cards. And then when I get a card, I want it both ways and complain about it. Like, don't let that be the message that I'm trying to give you, Tio.
I mean, that's what it sounds like. It sounds a bit disgruntled. And you know, it's hard. It's hard to frown your face up at a David Benavidez fight.
Look, on any given opportunity, a Benavidez fight has the potential to be exciting, right? So when you ask me about these matchups, I'm not intimate with every single one of them, but probably only the bigger names more recently, right? I know who they fought, I know how they performed, and those sorts of things. However, when I look at it from just a 30-foot view rather than a 3-foot view, it just feels like a card that was slapped together to meet a contract obligation.
Oh, and you're absolutely right. You're right. That's what I'm trying to tell you. You are right. You bullseye, DJ. Bullseye. But now that we know what it is, right? We understand that it's some bullshit. We got to go pros and cons. We know all of the cons. Let's pull the pros out.
Okay, so the pros are that we get to actually watch boxing.
There you go.
It's boxing. Like whether it's a intriguing matchup or not. Now, when you ask me about whether this is going to be any of these are going to be fight of the year, how the hell do I know? Like you only really know depending on them because some people have great performances, some people have poor performances. That's the beauty about sport, right?
Yeah.
So the reality is you know as well as I know, you've made me eat crow. Punch has made me eat crow.
Yeah.
Slick's made me eat crow. If I get it wrong, I'll eat crow. I'm just saying on surface value, when you're competing with what looks like a much better product in the February 22nd card,
Yeah.
you can't just put a meal out there and say that's good enough. You've got to put a meal
Well, they
out there.
did. They did, and they're force feeding you. And they saying, "Hey, this is good enough. Either you take it or you leave it." Bottom line, real quick, let me get to the chat. Paul H says David was just attacking. You have not seen Morrell on a back foot. No, we haven't. And then we didn't really see him come forward on the in the Kalajic fight. I mean, we did get to see him come forward on the Kalajic fight too, and put that kind of pressure. So you're absolutely right. Matter of fact, here's Paul H right here. He wants to join us, man. Let's get him in here. Give him a nice warm welcome too. What's going on, Paul?
Hello, how are you? I'm Cuban.
Cuba.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Welcome, my brother. Where are you now? Where do you reside now?
No, I am in the United States. Yeah. But,
okay, cool.
I made mistakes mistakes in English. Sorry for that. If you don't
okay, yeah, I think I can translate some broken English pretty good.
I don't think that it's broken, but let's see.
Oh yeah, you sound good, man. What's on your mind? Get it off your chest.
No, I just wanted to see you see my comment. I believe that Benavidez is the favorite. However, I know for the fact that Cubans, that styles, Benavidez style is very good for Cubans because they fight very good in the back foot, and I believe that you are not going to see Morrell the kind of fight that Morrell has done so far. Is going to be more like sometimes aggressive, sometimes back foot, moving. Believe me, Cubans are very good at that. Guillermo Rigondeaux, a lot of Cuban fight in that way, and it's related to the amateur rankings, and that's something that I can see in my mind.
Right.
And beside that, because he has a pretty good power, if you go, square, trying to do what Benavidez do to everybody, with that power, is not going to be so easy. And that's what I see. I see an edge for Benavidez maybe, but depending on how the fight plays out.
When you see David Morrell's style, because they've been calling David Benavidez a RoboCop and doesn't have great footwork, the same talking points as a lot of his past opponents. Let me ask you this: do you see any similarities between a David Morrell and, let's say, a Caleb Plant? You know who Caleb Plant is, right?
I believe that the Morrell is a lot better and that kind of style.
So Paul, if I can ask you a question, and it is a genuine question. In your mind, how do you bridge the gap between 28 professional fights and 10 and 11 fights? Because, look, to be fair, Morrell's not a bum, right? That's not really the messaging that I'm actually trying to make here. I'm just saying that there is and has always been a significant experience gap, whether it's styles you've seen, whether it's moments in the ring, whether it's IQ, whether it's adjusting, that the experience you get between 11 fights and 28 fights can be and is normally significant. So how do you see Morrell potentially overcoming that gap?
That's the only reason that Benavidez has some advantage. But I don't know if you remember, Nonito Donaire fought Guillermo Rigondeaux in his 11th fight. And basically, he was whooped, and that's the
was
point.
different.
Yeah, and different. No. Let's say, for example, at 17 years old, Morrell fought a two-time Olympic champion, also from Cuba. Let me see what his name. I forgot it. He's the current champion. He's the current Olympic champion. No, sorry. He lost to another Cuban that live in another country this last Olympic, but he is 2 times Olympic champion, and he fought him in Cuba at 17 years old, and he won. Morrell is believe me, Morrell is top of the chain,
right?
In Cuba.
Again, we've seen flashes. You got to give him credit for beating the bronze medalist and taking advantage of the situation, to get that WBA interim at 68 versus your boy. I can't think of his name. We want to give him some credit. I think what DJ is trying to say is you got somebody like Benavidez with all of the experience who spent his entire career at 68 outside of his last fight and fought the best that 68 had to offer. He pretty much cleaned 68 out. And so, there's a ton of experience difference there, right? And that's why I asked you about comparing David Morrell just slightly to a Caleb Plant because of their boxing styles. Like you said in your comment, you haven't even really seen them off the back foot yet, which in my opinion, I've seen them move and use the ring. I've seen them become the aggressor. I've seen, certain flashes of certain things, but not a lot with only 11 fights. And most of those fights, how many knockouts he got? He's got 11 fights with how many knockouts? 9 knockouts?
9 knockouts.
So yeah, you haven't really seen enough of David Morrell. So that's why for a lot of people, you worry about getting past 8 and you worry about the championship rounds. Benavidez's motor, right? You saw how well Caleb Plant was able to do in the first half of the fight. And I think that's what we can expect from a really, really good boxer like David Morrell, to have some success in the first half of the fight. But it's that second half of the fight, I think, that worries a lot of people, even the David Morrell supporters, right? So let me ask you this real quick while I got you, Paul. What do you see happening in that second half, and how does David Morrell respond to that kind of pressure?
That's the point. Nobody knows.
But you got an idea, because you saying you think Morrell.
No. As I said, I believe that Benavidez has an edge, and it's because what you are saying.
Right.
Is exactly what you're saying, but it's not the same pressure. I believe that, for example, let's say I believe that Morrell is a lot better than Plant, a lot better, not a little bit, no, a lot better than Plant.
Bruh, you believe Morrell's a lot better than Plant?
Yeah, for sure, and it's just because. It's just because the power punch. Morrell hit hard. It's something that Plant doesn't have, and this is the point. When you come there and to put some pressure, he needs. He always going to be worried about a good shot. And I'm going to tell you, you see the output that Benavidez put in every single fight. Cut it off to a half. That's not going to happen in that. He cannot throw many punches in fighting Morrell.
Morrell,
That's,
right?
that's for
Again,
sure.
a lot like the Plant fight, where Plant negated a lot of offense from David Benavidez that first half.
Yeah, but Plant doesn't have any power. And that's the problem. That Plant doesn't have any power.
He didn't even. But if you go back and watch that fight, he didn't even need power. It wasn't the power that
it's the movement,
the work. It was the movement. Yeah. So
yeah, but I'm saying but what I'm saying is that you have power, you cannot come square and put so much, pressure in a guy that can that hit hard.
Can punch, right? So you feel like Morrell's going to get that respect for that punching power off the back the first half,
for sure.
Okay.
And of course, after 6-8, that's where the fight is going to to be decided. And of course, at that time, I believe that of course the fight is close. Benavidez, I believe, that has the edge.
But when you say get the respect from the punching power, does that mean David Benavidez goes backwards?
No, every time that he's going to come in, he's going to be received with something.
So that's what I'm saying. In order to respect the power, that means, hey, I'm not coming on the front foot so much anymore. I'm either standing my ground in the middle of the ring or I'm going backwards.
I believe that he's going to use both. I don't know. I was going to share something with you.
Okay.
I don't think that is appropriate. Appropriate. That fight in amateur with the 2-time Olympic champion is maybe for you, maybe later. You see that it's not going to be it's an ugly fight because it's amateur. They move a lot, but you are going to see the kind of movement that guy has that has not shown in the pros. And that's what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that he's going to move a lot. Think on Guillermo Rigondeaux. Think on Erislandy Lara. He's capable of doing that kind of things. And if you remember Lara Canelo, I don't know if you remember that fight.
Yeah, I do.
For me, based on for me it was close, but I believe that Lara at least hit a little bit more. Some people say, well, he was running or he was whatever, I understand.
Laura won that fight. That's one of those fights there.
Well, I believe I believe that that's what is going to happen in this fight. And I believe that Morrell is better than Lara.
Okay, real quick, Paul, bear with me, man. Mike Saunders in the chat. He said, I'm a little bit late to the screen, but PBC tripping with back-to-back pay-per-view events at $80 a pop. That's $80. That $80 is not standalone. It's a combination with the cable bills, etc. Facts, man. That's real talk. Look, yo, Yolanda Dixon out there. Shout out my girl, Yolanda Dixon. What up, girlfriend? She says, I like the cards. I like all the cards. Okay. Mark Wynn out there. He said, I bet this card is better than a tank card. And that'll be another $80-$90. Damn, that's facts, man.
Bruh.
Another one. Oh, man. It's the casual you love to hate, and he's got his own doomsday music. Shout out my guy, RC. The casual you love to hate. Let's boom, y'all. He's in the chat. Say what up, everybody in the chat. What up to the panel? Paul H, back to you, man.
Well, I don't know. I can leave.
No. You're good. You're good, brother. Okay. I wanted to pick your brain a little bit more about your belief in David Morrell and. On a pro level, right? Let's just go where these guys at now, because it's different between the amateurs and the pros, right? Even the Olympic amateurs and the pros, it's a huge difference. I'm a huge Keyshawn Davis fan, right? I'm from Norfolk, Virginia. This is Sweet Pea, a legend behind me. I know you know who Pernell Whitaker is. And we got a young fella by the name of Keyshawn Davis who's getting taunted and who's getting ridiculed about his loss.
By Andy Cruz?
By Andy, of course. Another Cuban fighter in the Andy Cruz. So that's, when that happens, that should be fireworks. But it's a big difference between the amateur and the pros. So let me ask you this.
I believe that Davis wins right now. And I believe that. But if he stay in 2, 3, 5, you never know.
Right. Yeah. Now, if Andy Cruz somehow develops some type of power, and I believe he will get better over the next 5 or 6 fights, but he can't see Keyshawn with under 10 fights, in my opinion. But I want to ask you, what have you seen in the pros from the professional level competition David Morrell has fought that's brought you to this conclusion? Because I can't see it. So is it a particular fight that stands out where you say, yeah, this version of Morrell here is better than David Benavidez? Because ultimately you're saying he's better than David Benavidez.
No, I'm not saying no. He's technically better than Benavidez. That for sure. You can see it. It's not something that you can. It's easy to see. I sent you a link, for example, to an interview Donated gave today, talking about that.
Yeah.
But for you later. But I believe, I believe that the skill set is. I believe that Morrell is better.
Yeah.
However, I know the difference. I never, I always say to every Cuban that get excited when some Cuban that arrive or whatever, like Robesi Ramirez or whoever, that professional is completely different, and of course, it's different. But this kid is special. This kid is the top of the chain in Cuba. Believe me, he was world champion. He never went to an Olympics. He was junior world champion.
Yeah.
And this is the point. He fought the best fighter in the world in amateurs, several times. Oh no, one time, I believe.
One time,
until he defeated. But that is not a specific fight. I can say, let's say, for example, I thought about that. I watched the fight, the last opponent that he had. I don't remember. I don't know how to pronounce his name. He fought Berteviev.
Right.
And the fight.
Yeah,
the fight was easy, but he robbed Berteviev, and he put some. He hit Berteviev several times. And for me, Berteviev is a monster. Is the best of the best.
Right.
That guy is a good fighter, and he was playing with him. People say, well, he won some rounds. It's true, but he was playing. He was open.
Well, normally when you're playing, you go ahead and knock him out once you start playing.
No, I'm saying he was not doing. He was attacking. He was not. You didn't see it.
You don't think he tried to knock him out?
Yeah, he was trying. He was trying. He was trying, but that's why he was hit so many times.
Okay.
I believe if the fight is different, if somebody put pressure on him instead of him putting pressure on the other guy, the fight is completely different. I believe that he fight better in that way. That's why he has said several times that Benavidez styles plays in his style. Right. And I believe that. And I believe that because I know Cubans. They need to come here and they need to be taught. You need to, to how to say, to stay your ground. You need to
in your ground,
put your back foot very, to punch harder, because the other sets of skills, they have that kind of thing. They have that movement. That movement.
Right. They got the footwork.
And I believe when he combine all of that, it's going to be difficult for Benavidez.
Yeah, hopefully it ain't too early for him. Let me bring somebody else on. My guy, Casino Life. Prez is going to join us. What up, Casino?
How y'all doing, man?
Having this good conversation with a first time friend of the channel, Paul H. Man.
No, my name is Pablo. It's
huh?
My name is Pablo. It's in English, Paul. It's Pablo.
Pablo. Oh shit. Yeah. Okay. I like Pablo better. My guy Pablo out of Cuba, stateside with us though. And he was kind of giving us, a little bit of information on why he believes David Morrell is going to win this fight.
No, I didn't say that. No, sorry. I didn't say that. No.
Oh, so you don't think David? Are you that? Hold on, Pablo. Hold on, goddamn it,
No,
Pablo.
I'm saying no. I'm saying that
Morrell or no.
No, I believe on your analysis that in the late rounds things can change, and depending on how he he developed the fight, what he does, I believe he has a pretty good chance. I say like maybe 53-47 for Benavidez.
Okay. So, well, let me ask you straight up, Pablo, who you taking in this fight?
No, I'm taking, even I believe that is 6 points ahead for Benavidez. I want, no, even I believe that Benavidez has a little bit of an edge, but of course I'm going to choose my guy.
Yeah, okay. So your heart's with Cuba, but your money's on Benavidez. I got you. My guy Casino.
I can put some money also in my Cuban guy.
Oh, so you like
in the odds. The odds is almost 3-1.
Listen, Pablo, you riding this fence too goddamn hard. Either you like Morrell in the fight or you don't.
Well, I like Morrell, but I'm telling you, the odds is 3-1. If 3-1, if somebody give me 3-1, I'm going to accept it.
Right. Okay. I don't know what that line is yet. They put one out. I want to say Benavidez was only like minus 250. What would you
250 to 195?
Okay, something like that. Okay, so close. I don't know if it's moved yet. All right, Casino, what's on your mind, man? Get it off your chest. I know you got some thoughts for us.
Yeah, man. You know what I mean? Shoot, man. I got David Benavidez all day, man. You know what I mean? But I feel like I just can't really see what Morrell can do. That's just gonna be spectacular, like compared to the other opponents that David Benavidez already been fought. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like he's been proving himself against maybe not exactly the same style, but similar styles. And I mean, even looking at the press conference, like how fired up David Benavidez is, the shape that he's in, everything. Like, I just feel like I don't know. I don't think there's nothing David Morrell can do. You know.
Yeah. And that's why I brought up Caleb Plant, because when I look at Benavidez's resume, I'm like, who can I compare the most to what I've seen so far, which hasn't been a lot. And again, you got 9 knockouts. I don't know how many of those knockouts was before the 8th round for David Morrell, but
most of them.
Yeah. So given what I've seen, what little I've seen from him on a professional level, because again, I hate to revert back to the amateurs because this shit is different. I come up with Caleb Plant. It's like a Caleb Plant with some power. You know what I mean? I do believe Caleb Plant was able to frustrate Benavidez at times, but once you got again to those later rounds, those late mid to championship rounds, saw David Benavidez, man. He is overwhelming with that motor and that hand speed from a guy that is just so big, right? And if you're David Morrell, how do you negate that later on when you realize, hey, maybe I didn't put in enough road work to keep up with this guy's motor, or I done got tired and this motherfucker is starting to push on the gas. You know, so those things are going to start to creep in Morrell's mind at some point, unless he's got, again, the kind of power that Pablo's saying, where he's keeping David Benavidez honest and he's reluctant to come on the front foot. But out of 29 fights, I've yet to see that happen for David Benavidez to be reluctant to push forward. Even when he got clipped, I can't remember the guy that clipped him. He got up and it was the same old David Benavidez until he went in, you know, I want to say that was one of the fights that actually went the distance.
I want to say one more thing, like,
yeah, go ahead, Casino.
Like, just like on Morrell's side, like, Morrell could win if he come with the game plan, kind of like how Leon Paro beat Sabril Matiz.
I got, okay. So you mean hold that nigga every chance he get, and try and turn him, you know? Yeah. I mean, it's possible because Pyro was able to smother a lot of that Matias work. He never allowed him to do any kind of inside work. Anytime the fight went on the inside, he either held him or he got close enough to smother Matias shots. So here's the thing about David Benavidez, though, whether it's from the outside with that jab, I think he just has a jab that most people don't give him a lot of credit for. I even heard somebody say David Benavidez doesn't have a jab. I urge you guys, go back and watch the film. David Benavidez has one of the most effective and accurate jabs in the sport of boxing. That jab it's a beautiful thing, because even when he's not pressuring you to get close enough to be on the inside, he's steady pumping out a fucking jab. So, yeah, man, it's going to be an uphill battle for David Morrell, in my opinion. But on the flip side, and I got to continue to say this, I've been extremely impressed from what I've seen from Morrell. I think everybody has. It's hard not to be. A lot of people don't know who he is and hasn't paid attention to him. But, you know, when he steps on the gas, when he does decide to throw, the combinations are crisp, the jab is crisp, and it's a lot of power. He knows how to position himself to sit down on a lot of shots, which has been a difference. It's the reason why he does have 9 knockouts, whether it's been versus credible opponents or not. So, and I think that's the mystique here. We want to see, you know, given his extensive background and the glimpse of what we've got in the pros versus somebody like David Benavidez, what does he look like for sure?
Yeah.
Pablo, you want to add any thoughts on it?
No, I was looking at, well, I couldn't hear completely what you were saying, but you know, I was looking at some stats. The time that Morrell became, they were asking, or they were trying, you know, they were asking for Benavidez at some point. It was when he fought, and maybe at that time was not when he fought a guy that his name is Lennox Allens. The guy is not bad. He supposedly, I was reading and I heard, well, who is this guy? People were saying that it was not a bad fighter, and I was reading about him, and he knocked out, you know, he knocked out that guy. And also, I don't know if you remember when he almost killed somebody. Do you know that, right?
Yerba Sinelli.
Huh?
The guy he put in the coma.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
the guy has, I believe that
the guy has a fighter by the name of Ados Yerba Sinelli.
Yeah, Kazakhstan. And Kazakhstan is one of, you know, in boxing, amateurs they are pretty good.
Yeah. Listen, I've been paying attention to David Morrell, bro. I have been paying attention to him.
But as I said, you know, I'm not, you know, I understand everything that you're saying. But I believe that the fight is not going to be. Is going to be very difficult. I believe this is the point. I believe that this is for sure. Benavidez has not fought anybody like Morrell, but before,
right?
Nothing close to Morrell.
Okay,
nothing close.
And not even Caleb Plant. because of the
No,
power.
no. I believe that Kevin Plant. I believe that Morrell knockout. Plant.
You think he KOs Plant too, or gets him
Yeah,
out of there?
yeah. And remember, he has been avoided by every single fighter in the in 168. People say, well, he has not fought anybody. Well, of course he he doesn't have a name, but he has not fought.
That's why you got to give Benavidez so much credit for even taking this fight, because again, when you get to a certain point, especially at 68, when you had all of those names, the Boo Boo Andres, even the Anthony Durrells and the Caleb Plants and all of those top guys, it's hard to want to fight versus somebody at that time with 8, 9, 10 fights and nobody knows who he is, right? Because it's not a money fight. These guys had worked their way up to being in a situation where it's more business than anything, right? So I'm not going. People are not checking for a David Morrell fight. Even now, this fight it's only getting sold because of David Benavidez. Again, there's a ton of people who just don't know who the fuck David Morrell is, right? It's 11 fights. So I wouldn't say necessarily that they didn't want to fight David Morrell. It's just he ain't put the time in yet. And I say the same thing about Keyshawn right now with only 12 fights. You know what I mean? People want to see him fight Tank Davis, but you got to understand this is a kid with only 12 fights. And for the most part, a lot of casuals are going to say, who the hell is Keyshawn Davis? So for sure.
No, he's good.
Yeah, he is, man. He's damn good, and I think he's gonna prove it versus Burnchick. It's gonna be a tough fight for Keyshawn, but I think he's gonna pull it out. Let me ask you this though, man. Both of y'all, while I got you, if David Morrell comes into this fight and he wants to make it a firefight, right? If he comes to this fight and he says, hey, I'm not going to be pushed around, I'm not going to be bullied. Maybe he's been training in this camp to stand his ground and not allow Benavidez to come on the front foot. What do you see changing there? What do you think happens then, right? If he comes in this fight and saying, hey, listen, I'm just going to stand here. If you want to rock him, sock him, robot, let's do it.
So, you asking me first?
Yeah, you can go ahead, Casino.
I mean, if he do that, I mean that's probably his best bet to win, because like he could do like I was saying, he could do the Liam Paro thing, or he could try to finish what Caleb Plant started or whatever, but I just don't feel like he gonna get the decision if he stay on the back foot all night anyway. He not gonna be able to. It's not gonna be such a. I don't think he can whoop his ass on to a point on the back foot where it's just clear enough to where they're gonna give it to him. I think they're gonna give it to the aggressor anyway. So I mean, if he want to win, he gotta goddamn go into a firefight.
Yeah.
He ain't got to knock him out, but he gonna have to throw hands. That's the only way he gonna win. He can't go in there on no boring shit, and he can't go in there on no timid shit. Nothing. Yeah, he gonna have to.
I think that's the best way for him to prove that he's got the power to make Benavidez respect him.
Yeah.
I asked you the same thing, Pablo. What if your man come in there and he wants to sit there?
I think he needs to mix it. I believe that he's going to do that sometimes, and he's going to counter from the back foot most of the time. I believe I believe if he does what Casino is saying, I believe that Benavidez is going to impose his will, and he's going to get tired. I believe that he needs to be, or not tired. I believe that Benavidez has more on the tank in the tank, and then I believe that he needs to play. He needs to move around. He needs to move around and counter. And as I said, let's remember this: when Benavidez go inside and he tests Morrell power, everything is going to change. He's going to think, oh, what, he's going to think, let me see, I need to change my plan. It's at the beginning, Morrell put some respect on Benavidez, everything changed. And I believe that that's going to happen.
Okay, for sure. I can dig it, man. I think that's his best bet, man, to try and mix it up. And again, man, and I keep saying, harping on the same thing. I just feel like it just may be Caleb Plant all over again. But we're gonna have to see, man.
We can do this again after the fight.
Yeah, for sure. I'll definitely be here. I don't know how long you've been following the channel, but
no, today I saw it. And I wanted to check and let's see what happened. I'm interested in knowing.
Real quick in the chat, SA Killer Bees Frenchie gang. I think David Morrell is better than Plant. He's bigger, is one thing better boxer and power. He's bigger,
sure,
is one thing, and a better boxer and power. All right, no doubt. I can dig it. Let's bring DJ back up. I know he's got some thoughts. DJ.
No, look, I don't want to interrupt it there, but I'd like to see or hear Casino just unfiltered because, this card just isn't what it's supposed to be. You're finding reasons to make it more exciting than what it might be, in my opinion. And it's still boxing. Don't get me wrong. You've got a boxer's chance or a puncher's chance. But the simple reality is no one's calling for any of these fights.
Yeah.
Right? And when you're first in the pros, if you've got any future, you should be knocking people out from 1 to 8 pro rounds because that's what your manager and your trainer need you to get. So it's not about KOs. I just honestly, guys, and correct me or school me, educate me otherwise, Morrell's performance against Hot Rod there in September or whatever was just garbage. It was honestly just garbage. It was like Morrell came in just unfit, and he gets an interim championship out of that fight. Like that smells to me. It smells big time because you didn't do much at 168. You've jumped a weight class, right? Based on your promotional group, be it PBC. You get an interim championship. We're going to get some bullshit that's unified interims. Like, come on, make sense of this.
It doesn't make any sense. And listen, let's keep it a bean. 75 outsider better be Evan Bivol for the most part. Nobody's paying attention to it, and it's trash. It brings some excitement to have David Benavidez go up there. And what does David Benavidez need? He needs a nemesis. So let's bring the only other guy in boxing who's actually been calling David Benavidez's name. Nobody's been calling out the monster. The only person that had been calling out David Benavidez was David Morrell. So the PBC say, hey, man, you keep calling the monster's name. We'll give you an opportunity. It's going to have to be at 75. And maybe we can bring some excitement to the division, bro. And then here you have it, man. We got, a unification of interims at 175 with Morrell and Benavidez. Casino, though. You didn't give your thoughts on this actual card. Now, I listed up there. I told you Jesus Ramos is on this card. Then you got Benavidez Jr. You got up and coming, of course, who a lot of people think is going to be the next Tank, and the Carmel Moten. You got the Pit Bull, Isak Cruz is up here. Then you got unfinished business with a Figueroa and a Stephen Fulton at the co-main.
It's not unfinished business. It was a 3-year gap.
It's a 3-year gap, but again, a lot of people felt Fulton lost. You know what I mean? I know it's been 3 years, but
please be unfiltered, Casino. Just give it to us like you see it.
I mean, it's
Cause he
like
no sleepy.
I'm high as hell.
Yeah, okay.
But nah, man, it's all right. So it's not worth pay per view. First of all, it's not that. It's not pay per view at all. But
David Benavidez, Eastside Pitbull Cruz, Carmel Moten. They
but
ain't
they're
pay per
not
view
fighting
worthy.
each other. They fighting other people that ain't
Right.
nobody. You know what I'm saying? Other than I mean, David Morrell is somebody to the hardcores, but to the regular people, like just casual fans, he's nobody. So it's
That's
like
true.
really, it's just like a showcase. It looks like a showcase card.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? And a showcase card being on pay per view is crazy. Like it's like a Mexican showcase card. Like you know, the best
Buy
fight
that
probably on
man a
there,
beer.
huh?
Buy Casino Perez a beer.
Huh?
I'm just telling everyone to buy you a beer for telling it like it is. I've been talking about this with Punch Talk, you, Slick, Heavy. Like this,
I want to say,
man.
let me tell you what I think is the best fight on the card. I mean, the probably the most even fight on the card is the Brandon Figueroa, Stephen Fulton Jr. fight. That's the most even fight to me.
Yeah, but you've got feelings about Stephen Fulton after he actually got his ass whooped from Inouye.
Well, I had feelings about him before he got his ass whooped by Anyway. I thought Anyway was gonna whoop his ass.
I ain't gonna lie, I didn't. I thought Fulton had a good shot at, outboxing the bull. I didn't think he was gonna handle him in the
anytime,
fashion that he did.
anytime people be talking about that outbox him, and that's the
Yeah.
only chance they got.
Yeah. I felt like if anybody got knocked out, it was gonna be Fulton, but I ain't think it was gonna be like that. God damn. Real quick, Mike Saunders in the chat. He said, "My concern with David Benavidez is that he has a tendency to get hit with straight lefts a lot. And obviously, Morrell is a southpaw. No doubt. That's something to keep in mind when this fight actually happens. Man, we'll see how David Benavidez reacts to that straight left." For sure. Robert Jenkins in the chat. He said, Mike, Benavidez defense is up there with Bivol and Shakur stat-wise, so his defense is not a question. Yeah, a lot of people kind of try to paint him as having poor defense, but when you look at his fights, he doesn't take a lot or a ton of punishment, bro. You haven't even really seen a fight where, somebody really marked him up and, had him bleeding from the mouth or the nose or a swollen eye. It's just a lot of underrated things about Benavidez's game. And I think because he's just an aggressor who likes to fight on the front foot and he truly embodies that Mexican style of fighting, I think he gets a lot of, shots taken at him and at his game. And it's not appreciated for what it is. And he's really good at that particular style. Like, the nigga's just awesome at the Mexican style.
I also think he's gonna be the counterpuncher in this fight too.
You think Benavidez is going to be the counterpuncher?
No, I don't think so.
Because
no. He's gonna be catching and shooting. He's gonna be catching and shooting.
Oh, for real? That'll be a little bit different from Benavidez. I would love to see him fight behind the shoulder and do some catching and shooting. That should be funny.
If Morrell get aggressive, I feel like he gonna stand there and like it's like when it touches glove, he's gonna hit back. Like he gonna be punching in between the punches, and I think he'll get the better of that shit. I think he'll get the better of it.
Man, he does do that well. He does punch in between the shots well. David Benavidez for sure.
Do you think that Benavidez has better counter than Morrell?
I mean, according to like who he been fought, he got. I mean, at this point, I have to feel like he has better everything. He's just better. He's just a better fighter because he's just.
But the point
proven.
is,
it's like a proven fighter versus an unproven fighter.
Yeah.
So I mean,
but you already start in one fight. This is the moment. You have not seen him.
No, I'm saying so he can prove himself in this fight, but before this fight, he hasn't proven himself.
Yeah, because when you look at his resume, there's nobody on his resume, in my opinion, that resembles David Benavidez at all. Now, you can look at Benavidez's record and say, hey, Morrell kind of resembles a Caleb Plant with maybe some power. But there's nobody on Morrell's 11-fight resume that you can look and say, he's sort of kind of like Benavidez. No, nobody's going to have put the kind of pressure that David Benavidez is going to put on Morrell come Saturday night. He's never faced this kind of pressure that's about to come at him ever.
But let's analyze this one second. For example, Boo Boo is the same division that Lara. Lara beat him in amateurs.
60.
I believe that Lara at his prime was better than Boo Boo. Many people maybe not. Some people, well, I think that Americans says no, but I really think.
No, I agree with you.
Okay,
yeah.
Boo Boo fought very. I believe that Morrell, because of his size and even his skill set, I believe that he's better than Lara. And I grew up with Lara.
See, that's what I'm saying. You keep saying that against proven guys, man. Lara's a Hall of Famer, bro.
I mean, they're going through that eyeball test phase, like
it's difficult to agree with it because we just haven't seen it, and it sucks because his first test, like I would have loved for him to have fought a Boo Boo first, or Caleb Plant first, or somebody. You know what I'm saying? Instead of going straight to David Benavidez, so we could have got a better gauge. But it's difficult when you say those type of things, Pablo, that you believe he's better than a Hall of Famer. Sure. Yeah,
I believe that.
That's tough.
I don't know if Lara is.
He hasn't fought any kind of nowhere near the kind of competition Lara has fought over the years, bro.
But I know that because I know them both, and I know the career that they had. Remember, Lara are right here old, like Rigondeaux. They are right here at 30, pretty much. And you are talking about a guy that at 17, as I said, was fighting the same guy Lara was Lara was fighting, let's say at 27. And you know the background of all Cubans, and at 17 years old, that guy was very, very good. And I believe that is going to translate in this fight. I know that you have not seen anything because I believe that for example, if he would have fought let's say Boo Boo,
yeah,
I believe that we wouldn't we weren't going to see this fight, because I believe that he was going to escape this fight because it was very dangerous for him. And that's the reason I believe that this fight happened, because he never fought those guys.
Okay.
Let's see Saturday. We're gonna nobody knows, but I'm sure I'm going to come back.
Because I really like Morrell, I like his style, and I do think he's got a bright future. I just hate that they pushed him into the Benavidez fight so fast, man. Like he should have still been building, bro.
I mean, shit, I don't know. I'd be like, man, shit, let him fight. But I think.
But that's what I'm saying. You get the Benavidez fight without ever fighting you ain't fought nobody. Let's keep it a bean, man. Morrell ain't fought no goddamn body. Let's keep it real. He ain't fought nobody. He ain't fought nobody in the top 5 or any of the sanctioning bodies outside of the bullshit niggas over there under the WBA.
That's what happened when people hype dudes up. So let's see. Well, nobody, if he wasn't so hyped up, we wouldn't even be asking for this shit. But the reason that people are asking for this shit and he only got 11 fights because people hyped his ass up. So shit. I tested so good, so I don't want to hear that shit now. Like the eye test is good, ain't it? Shit, we gonna see. I mean, but I'm not saying he don't have a chance. I think it's close to I give it close to a 50-50 fight because of all the hype. Like sometimes when there is hype, there's hype for a reason. So I'm like, let's see. You know what I'm saying? Let's see.
But the only reason is because you can see the skill set. And
Yeah, exactly.
let's analyze this. Tell me on the the guys that Benavidez has fought before. Tell me somebody that has better skills than Morrell. Just looking at him doing.
See, that's what I'm saying. That's what I can't do. It's hard for me to do that. I can't sit here and say that off the eye test that he's better than somebody. I can't say that he's better than Boo Boo. I can't say that he's better than Caleb Plant. I can't do it because he just hasn't fought the kind of competition that they. Because you can look good all day versus subpar competition. But you're talking about comparing him to guys who have mixed it up with other really, really good fighters, and Morrell just hasn't done that yet.
I understand, but let's say you don't think that footwork is one of the most important things in boxing. You don't think that to be some good power is not a good thing, and to have those kind of combination that's uppercuts that he has is not a good thing. You can see that it's good. But let's say, for example, all the people, Lemieux, I don't know, maybe I cannot pronounce those words. Let's say Lemieux. 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 The only guy that he has fought that has some quality, I believe, is Plant. Boo Boo.
Anthony Durrell.
Boo Boo is a lot oversized by him. It's it's a real 168 or maybe 160.
But the skill set of Boo Boo is incredible.
But I understand, but it's 2 divisions down. It's that guy is 210, I believe. He walked at 210 or more. Benavidez.
Well, Boo Boo was at 60, came to 68.
But it's old. He's I believe that his natural weight is maybe 160. The same Lara. He's the Lara division 154, 160, 168. He's because age. These 2 guys are natural. Morrell is natural 168.
Right.
That's what he fought his whole career as an amateur. It's not those guys that that they are he overpower overweight all those guys, and that's the reason. I can see the skill set and I can compare with some other people. Of course, heart and tank and brave plays a role. That's what we don't know.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a good fight. I think it's gonna be a good fight. I just don't. I just got David Benavidez. I got David Benavidez.
Yeah, you got to go with you. We just rolling with logic.
But I'm expecting a good fight because I'm expecting it because of what everybody's saying. The confidence.
If David Benavidez in the ring, it's gonna be a good fight, bro.
Right.
I got to keep telling people, man. That's been my favorite fighter to watch since over the last 3 years. Even before then, but nobody really knew who he was. Even when he first won his world title, nobody knew who he really was. And I just thought the kid was exciting, man. He's just exciting to watch. Bottom line, that style of his, that shit is captivating. I think that's got another reason to do with this price point, man. Those motherfuckers just want to see the monster fight, man.
It's exciting.
Yeah, it's an exciting style, man. All right, man. Well, shit. What's it? Damn, it's been an hour and a half already. I ain't want to jump on for too long. I definitely wanted to talk about this particular fight, bro, because I've been listening all day about this fight, and it's actually getting the kind of shine that I was hoping that it get, man, for the sake of David Benavidez, because I do believe he should be a star, bro. Like, again. And this is just my personal opinion. I know people always find a reason to hate on fighters, but when you look at, again, I got to say this shit. I got to say it. When you look at David Benavidez, the style he embodies, that shit is just the epitome of fun to watch boxing. That shit is fun to watch. It's hard to see a David Benavidez fight and be like, yo, this shit is boring or bullshit.
Yeah.
It's that shit is fun. You know what I'm saying? It's exciting. So I'm glad he's, hopefully he continue to get his shine, man. What you got to say, Casino? You look like you wanted to add something.
Oh, I mean, nah. I mean, I just gonna say, yeah, I mean, I really ain't had nothing to say. I'm just,
okay.
I'm agreeing with you. Like, it's just, I was just gonna repeat some shit you already said. I mean, I just can't wait for it. You know
Yeah, man, I'm excited for it. I for one am excited for this card, and of course, again, I want to see Carmel Moten. I want to see him continue to develop. It's fucked up. We got to see him develop on pay-per-view cards, and I think that's what PBC got to hurry up and fix and get right. That's why they should just go ahead and get with the Sheik man or the Turk man and get over there on the zone so they can let Carmel Moten headline the little bullshit cards while he's developing. I know y'all want to make him a star right off the bat, but we don't want to see Carmel Moten develop on pay-per-view cards. This dude is 6-0, and I think at least 4 of these fights have been on pay-per-view cards, which is crazy. That's crazy, right? It's almost like they're trying to condition you to get used to paying for Carmel Moten, right? And we don't want it. We want to see him on some free shit too. And you can put him on a card 4 or 5 times out the year. We cool with that.
And he getting like compared to other prospects, man, like them top ranked prospects getting so many more opportunities than he is.
Yeah.
Like Abdullah Mason, I don't know what his record is, but he got way more fights than
14-0 or 15-0. He's either 14-0 or 15-0.
He getting way more fights than Carmel. And I mean, they probably started right about the same time.
Yeah. Nah, DJ. Tank won't on no goddamn pay-per-view cards, no 5 and 6 fights in, bro. No, hell no. Tank was still young on some pay-per-view cards, but not this new to the game.
He's pound for pound.
Who?
For you?
Tank?
No, I'm asking you.
Do I think Tank is a pound for pound fighter?
No. Do you think that who is the best, pound for pound right now?
Oh, top of my pound for pound list?
Yeah, the first one.
Number 1 overall over everybody. I still got Crawford at the top of my list, bro.
Wow, I like Tank so much.
Yeah.
I like that guy. So that guy is amazing.
So you got Tank pound for pound number 1?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah. Overturns Crawford or Inoue or Usyk?
I mean,
well, let's say for example, Gamboa fought Crawford 2 divisions up, and he hit Crawford a lot of time. And I believe that that even Tank can beat Crawford. I believe that both of them are the better boxer, maybe, yeah. But Tank for me is a special man. For me, is one of the best that I have seen in my life.
You one of them dudes that you live off the eye test.
No, I believe me. I don't know. I love Tank. I love Tank.
I like Tank a lot too, but he don't belong at the top of nobody's pound for pound list.
The only reason I don't put him on number 1 pound for pound is only because of what people be trying to say that pound for pound is supposed to be. But I do believe that Tank got the best skill set in the whole sport.
For sure. That's what I believe.
And I can understand how people could feel that way, but don't put him at the top of the pound for pound list, and this nigga don't even fight.
That's kind of what pound for pound is. It's
how you gonna be at the top of the pound for pound list and you don't even fight other champions? You gotta be fighting other champions and shit.
He didn't shit.
But I don't really know. Do you really think?
I don't be trying to go to war for Tank, bro. If the people don't respect him, then hey, man. But I feel like ain't nobody got better skills than Tank. So if like I like him, I like what Paul said about him being number 1 pound for pound, because I feel like now he getting respect that I feel like he deserved, because if you look at him,
man, Pablo crazy as hell, man.
Pablo, the way he fights, bro.
Why, man? Why? I'm doing something wrong. I'm doing something wrong. I'm not sure.
What he's able to do,
Pablo crazy as hell,
bro. I'm saying, but what he's able to do, like with such a small amount of punches, is something like that's at any weight class, he would be the best person at any weight class in boxing if he was the same size as anybody else. It ain't nobody that could beat Tank if Tank was at a real 147 pounder. He'd be the best person in that division. If he was at 154 right now and Tank was got really a 154 pounder for real, he'd be the best 154 pounder. If he was a heavyweight right now, he'd be the best heavyweight. If he was anything, if he was in any division, he'd be the nigga, and he'd be the most popular nigga. If he was at 168, it'd be like Canelo gotta fight Tank. It'll be like that.
Shout out my girl Coco in the
You know
chat.
what I mean?
I think we are Coco. We are in the twilight zone.
I mean, if you don't see it like that, you don't
his
see it
power
like that.
is amazing. His power is amazing. Who has more power than that guy? Who
I mean, he's got great power.
He don't even throw no punches like that.
I agree with a lot of this shit,
and
but I just
and
wish
the angles and the
Tank would
angles
prove it.
and the angles, but proven. But who wants to fight him?
A lot of niggas
No,
want to
I don't.
fight Tank.
Do you,
Who doesn't
do you-
want to fight Tank? That's a lot
I'm
of
pretty
money.
sure. I'm pretty sure that Shakur Stevenson doesn't want that fight. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure
Pablo,
that.
man.
I'm
See,
pretty
Pablo
sure that.
know what the fuck going on. Man. I like.
I'm
Pablo.
pretty sure that what is the other guy? The other they have had a sparring. I forgot his name.
Devin Haney.
I'm pretty sure that Haney runs.
Yeah, he don't want to fight him.
Of course,
nobody
not.
want to fight him. Lomachenko didn't want to fight him.
I don't think that Lomachenko wants to fight him.
Definitely didn't want to fight him. Shakur definitely. Nobody wants to fight Tank. Yeah. He's got to beg to get a fight.
But that's why it's the same. It's the same thing with Crawford. Nobody wants to fight him, and when you have that kind of, let's say, it's the same thing. I understand it's different because it's not, but it's the same thing with Rigondeaux when he was at his prime. He's still fighting at 44.
Nobody wanted to fight Rigondeaux because he was
for whatever reason. For whatever reason, but we are talking about a skill set, and I believe, Tank nobody wants to fight him. That's for sure.
Damn.
And that's why for me is the number one pound for pound.
Hey man, I respect it, man. At the end of the day, I respect everybody's opinion, man. Mine is the complete opposite. Because when you think about it, just from a monetary standpoint, when you're talking about fighting somebody and you're going to earn enough money to change a lot of things in your life, it's hard to say no to that fight. You know what I mean? People chase the big money fights. They typically don't run from them. So to say that nobody wants to fight Tank it's amazing. That's amazing to hear, bro.
I feel like people do want to fight Tank. I feel like people.
Go ahead, Casino.
I feel like people do want to fight Tank. That's the people who done fought him. Those the niggas who want to fight Tank. That's how I feel, bro. Ryan Garcia wanted to fight him. He got it. Shakur, he could have took that deal. Nobody talk about that. Nobody talk about that. But I don't even want to get like niggas be acting like. I don't know what niggas be acting like, bro. It's crazy, like niggas.
But that's amazing how y'all choose to believe one side though. Like,
it came from both sides.
Whatever Tank say or Tank team say, that's the law.
Acting like he didn't get talked to, bro. He already admitted they talked to him, and now all of a sudden he don't know. But he
also admitted that he never received a contract.
Man, listen, bro. He said, didn't they say that he wanted a multi-fight deal or it was no deal, basically? So that's what happened. He never denied that.
And that's what I'm saying, though. So again, I got to keep bringing this point up. If you're a champion, right? Let's just say you're a champion.
I don't really care about that.
See what I'm saying, though? You got to understand the logic and the reason.
Then just don't fight Tank. Who's missing out? Not Tank. Not Tank.
Yeah, Tank is.
He's not missing out. He missing out.
How?
But you down 2 out of 3 people up on the finals, and that's how most people in the world feel. Bro, most people feel like Tank is that nigga and nobody give a damn about Shakur. That's just what it is.
But what does he need to do in order for him to get Shakur Stevenson or Hayne or
gotta overpay them. You gotta pay them
what?
more than
What?
what they worth.
What?
You
Those
gotta
guys.
you gotta be able to negotiate a little bit. You know what I'm
But I,
saying?
But
That's
he
all.
don't got
but I,
no negotiating power. Shakur is on an undercard, bro. He ain't even, bro. He never even, bro. Come on, man.
but I believe for me, I believe that those guys knows that they are going to lose, and they are waiting for him to retire, basically. Yeah, that's what I think. I think that Shakur
This
Stevenson
is
want him to
crazy.
retire. Well,
This is
I don't
crazy
know.
work.
Well, I know that boxing is ugly. I know that Rigondeaux, as you said, stayed out of boxing for 4, 5, 6 years without fighting anybody after, because nobody wants it.
For
Yeah,
yeah,
you
don't
said
know
you
my
just said it. You said it,
Rigondeaux is boring and don't no money come with that fight. So
exactly.
Okay,
So,
that's different.
but people will say that for Rick now, but when we say about Shakur, it's a problem. Nah, fuck that. Rick and Shakur in the same boat, man.
But we talking about Tank Davis though. Like Rigondeaux ain't no Tank Davis.
Man, Rick and is a Shakur Stevenson. That's what I'm saying.
that's true.
Yeah,
It's
yeah, but
it's,
So
it's
you
more.
treat Shakur just like you treat Rick now. You don't fight him. You just leave that nigga alone. That nigga ain't worth. Nigga ain't worth shit. Right?
But see, that's what I'm saying. Who's out there saying that I need Rigondeaux because that's a legacy fight? People feel like for Tank Davis, that's a legacy fight.
Man, I've never I've never wanted that shit. Except like,
but then that's what I'm saying. Then you not a real fan of Tank Davis or the sport of boxing.
bro, I wanted what he's done so far. I wanted Ryan. Like I said out of my mouth, I want him to fight Ryan. He did it. Then I was like, I want him to fight Frank Martin. He did it. And then I'm like, I want him to fight anyway. And it sounds like he might be finna do that. He doing everything I want him to do. It's different types of fans. It's just, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that's the problem. That's the problem with boxing compared with UFC. You never find the you always find an excuse to fight somebody because the guy is boring or whatever reason. I believe that there should be time that you said, okay, the guy is boring, but you need to do something. You need to defend. You need to do.
Yeah.
You need to do the fight.
You gotta fight him.
Yeah,
especially
and that's what I'm saying.
I don't give a damn how boring he is. If, like, let's just say for instance, Rigondeaux, in his division, if it was a situation now, if he was still the guy, but which I don't think he's not a player anymore for real.
No, he's not a player.
Yeah.
But he was for CGI. He never. I believe. For me,
but everybody kept asking for the Lomachenko fight, and we finally got that out of Rigondeaux, and we saw what happened. That was the climax. It was over after that. That was the only intrigue about Rigondeaux.
That was a setup, basically.
The
guy needs to come.
Hold on, time out.
That's the same thing.
Lomachenko took the fight. Lomachenko told us before the fight he too small. He took whatever. You know what I'm saying? But Loma took the fight.
Listen,
yeah,
I'm not against.
Did Lomachenko not fight Rigondeaux?
Listen, I'm not against.
He fought him.
I'm not against the Tank versus Shakur fight.
Yes, you are, nigga.
I'm saying it's fights I would rather see, but it's nothing more that I would want to shut y'all up. I'm sick of Shakur. Let's just go ahead and put his lights out, and then we can move on. Because I don't even like talking about him. So I do to end the conversation of this nigga, fight this nigga, and that's why
we saying.
And that's why I hold Shakur accountable for not taking that deal. Because nigga, you's a Rigondeaux, nigga. You take what you can get. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck you a champion or not, nigga. People don't care to see your ass, bro.
But again, if I'm a champion, historically, if I lose, I get a rematch, bro.
Man, but don't nobody.
If you a champion and you lose, you get it. You can't.
Don't nobody
want to push me a contract where if you lose? Bro. I'm just saying though, how you gonna push me a contract where if you lose is a rematch, but if I lose, it ain't shit,
bro? Because that means that you know why
everybody not gonna go for that shit.
You know why? Because if Tank lose, that means you had a good performance, which means it's worth watching again. But nigga, if you lose, it ain't gonna be no. You just got stalked and knocked out, and we don't need to see it again. That's why,
because it could have been like the Pitbull situation.
It ain't gonna be like that. It ain't
But he
gonna be
wasn't a
like that,
champion.
man.
But
It's not gonna
Pitbull
be
deserved
like
the
that, bro.
rematch.
It's not gonna be like that. It's not gonna be like that. You know it ain't gonna be like that.
We don't
Shakur
know.
can't take. Shakur cannot take no man damage like that, bro. Come
We
on,
have
like
not seen Tank in there with nobody as
man, listen,
defensively sound as a
man,
Shakur Stevenson, bro. We haven't.
bro.
We haven't.
Yeah,
We've
that's
just been saying
fine,
the same thing about Morrell. Here you go doing the same thing.
but
You
it's
doing the
not much.
same thing.
It's not much
You
watch
going off the
TV.
eye test, baby.
No,
You
it ain't
going off
no
the
eye
eye
test,
test,
bro. I
baby.
just said I respect his resume. Morrell don't got you disrespecting Tank. That's what I'm saying. I don't
I'm
even
not
like talking about
disrespecting
like
Tank.
because you said Morrell. You talking about Morrell and Tank in the same sentence.
No, I'm saying we said we was going off the eye test with
I'm not going
Morrell.
off no eye test. I'm going off of Tank because he's a proven fighter to me.
No,
He's proven.
So we saying we going off the eye test with Morrell because we ain't seen him fight nobody like David Benavidez or the top guys, period, right?
Right.
I'm telling you, with Tank, we ain't seen him fight nobody that's as defensively sound as
Yeah,
Shakur
and
Stevenson.
if Shakur take the fight, I'm with it, but he ain't gonna take the fight. So
Okay.
we can move on. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I don't know now because now that the turkey's in play, we don't know how this shit going. The turkey has taken the power from some of these niggas. So if he actually does want Shakur Stevenson on his resume eventually, he gonna have to play ball, man. I think Tank messed up when he should have fought these guys when he truly did had an upper hand, because moving forward, he ain't gonna have much of the upper hand. Especially if he wants some of the paydays that Turkey's putting out. Because if Turkey putting out the payday, nigga, you gonna have to just play ball. DJ back. What up, DJ? In and out like a robbery. Go ahead and get your 2 cents, man. What happened?
This is how it works. I come in when I've got an opinion or I think I've got something to add. Otherwise, I just like to let the community cook. So
Word.
Put the link in the chat for Rob.
Okay.
Because you know he's going to have feelings about this.
Yeah, let me throw it down there.
Just give him the link and entice him. Even
I would
when
love for
he's
Coco to come up too.
He's high.
So she can tell these Tank fans something about themselves.
Look,
it ain't nothing you can tell me about me at all.
Wow,
I'm gonna feel how I feel, bro. Like I feel like niggas who be advocating for Shakur is lame. Like I feel like that shit is lame as fuck.
I don't
Like,
know.
Here you go, right
hang
here.
on.
Bro, that
Hold
man
on,
ain't
guys.
talking about shit.
Hold on.
Bro, we up here
hang
talking
on.
about he should be fighting Tank. But I mean,
Back
yeah, if he should fight Tank because y'all want the shit. The same way with Morrell. Like Morrell, he not ready.
I don't know. People
Morrell ain't ready. No, listen, Morrell ain't ready, but niggas begging for it, so give it to him. The same thing with Shakur. Y'all niggas, y'all keep
He ain't
goddamn
ready, but
Shakur. Bring his ass up so he get knocked the fuck out and we can move on.
let
Same
me
thing I said
I'm
about
gonna
Devin
give you
Haney.
the difference in that in a second. Hold on,
No,
because
let me
I'm
tell
gonna
you the same
explain
thing
to
I
you
said
the
about
difference.
Devin Haney.
There's a difference there.
Nah, it ain't no difference in
Real,
Shakur and Devin Haney.
real quick,
Nigga
let me
goddamn,
bring up my guy
hype them
RC,
up, hype
man.
them up, hype them up. I told niggas Ryan was gonna beat his ass. Only thing I was wrong about was that Ryan didn't knock him out.
Messina.
Yeah.
What up, RC? Welcome.
Here you go.
It's been far too long,
it
my
has.
brother.
All I need is 60 seconds, and I promise I'm getting out the fucking way. This same disrespect is getting out of hand. But I'm going to say this because I ain't got long. He campaigned at 126. He beat Pedraza for a belt, right? Right?
That was at what? That was at 130.
That was at 126. No, 130. I'm going to 130, but 126 was Pedraza. That was for a belt.
That was 30.
That was 30 was the one he knocked out Della Santo, whatever his name was.
You talking about Tank, right?
Tank beat Pedraza for the 126 belt. Yeah.
That was one. I thought that was 130.
No, sir. 130 was the dude when he fought San Antonio, had the Mexican stuff on. He knocked him out in the corner.
Tank
that was
only had
130.
one real belt, man, and that was the WBA at 130, bro.
126. If y'all want to say Reggie, but he beat Pedraza for the 26 belt. Right? He beat the other dude.
He took the real belt from Pedraza.
That was 26.
Rob,
that was 26. Della Santos was 30.
Legitimate belt. He's only.
Hold on. We're
take.
not gonna do that. Hold on. I promise I'm gonna let you go. I don't want to make this point. 26 for Pedraza. De Los Santos was 30. He's currently 35.
Santa
And
Cruz.
40 he got from Barrios, right?
Right.
Every weight class he campaigned and he got a belt, right?
Right.
So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. You know what that means?
No.
All the fucking fame. Get the concrete. Fuck that.
January 14, 2017, super featherweight title. That's 130, bro.
So that's okay. Well, I thought the Pedraza was 26 because he started at 26, right? When he came in, right?
At 130, 135.
Yeah, but that was super featherweight at Pedraza when he won that first WBA scrap. That was the only real scrap he ever won.
So he got two belts at 30, one at 35, one at 40. So three different divisions, right?
How many belts he got now?
2 of them was regular.
Well, hold on. We can't do the regular shit, Heavy, because right now your boy Terrence Bud Crawford walking around with a regular belt.
No, he ain't.
Yes, he is.
That's the real WBA scrap.
No, sir. The WBA scrap belongs to Jamel Charlo, who's currently in recess. Yes, sir. You can look that shit up. He has a regular. He has a regular, sir.
That means right now he's the interim champ. He's the WBA interim champ.
He's the current interim champ, Terrence Bud Crawford. He's the interim champion.
How, bro? They already script Charlo. How he's been
Charlo at the WBO, sir.
Hang on. He's not the Bud Crawford is not the interim champion.
He is the interim of WBA. Dude, you can look it up.
WBA champ, bro.
No, you can look it up, bro. They only script Charlo of the WBO.
I'm looking it up. I'm looking it up.
At it now.
He's the interim of the WBA.
Have you had a rough day, Rob?
He been tripping today. He didn't fell out and bumped his head.
Look, let me clean it up, Rob. Let me clean it up.
He didn't fell out and bumped his head.
You started off cooking, then you got them try to start dropping facts and shit, man. You gotta have the facts.
No, I knew he was the interim because they got Jamel Charlo as the recess of the WBA.
It says he won the WBA vacant. WBA and the vacant WBO interim. Now he's a WBO interim champion, but he's the full WBA champion.
But they never script Charlo. Charlo walking around in recess.
They script Charlo and your boy Madrimal fought the other dude for the WBA. He actually fought for that title after they script Charlo.
Because when they were advertising,
Mel Charlo's only got the WBA champion recess. He's been stripped or lost of everything else. But
Jamel Charlo is the WBA recess or WBC recess.
But hang on, how did we get to this when Pink's been dodging decent fucking fights for the last 3 years?
Hold on. No, I want to get this straight before we move forward. So if Jamel Charlo is the WBA recess, that means Terrence got to be the
No. After they script Jamel, listen, first of all, Jamel Charlo ain't fought at 54 since like 2020. That's first and foremost. When they script him, Madrimal fought some dude for the WBA. He actually fought for the WBA.
What? Who was that?
I don't know. I can tell you, but Bud is the full WBA champion.
Absolutely is.
And the point is
the point of me calling in was saying the man is three division champion. Tank, it really is pound for pound, bro. So you can't really say Pablo is thrilled by saying what he's saying. He's kind of telling the truth.
Dude, Tank's only beaten one proper champion.
What do you mean proper?
Well,
proper champion.
Some dude named Kurbanoff.
Don't you raise your voice at me, Rob.
Magomed
Los Santos is a
Kurbanov
proper
for
champion.
the
You know what's
WBA
so crazy
championship.
about De Los Santos? De Los Santos was holding 2 belts at one time. He was holding the
You
126 and the
mean
130.
Leo Santa? He talking about Leo Santa Cruz.
Santa Cruz. I'm sorry,
No,
Santa Cruz. I'm sorry, Santa Cruz.
See, you can't have it both ways and come on and say, look, it's all about entertainment and it's
The
not
man is
about
a 3
belts,
division
and then
champion.
turn it around and
He's a 1 division champion. He's a 3 division regular champion
that he didn't get.
Man, listen. At the end of the day,
hold on. I forget what the point he was making. He was coming in cooking about Tank. Real quick, back on my homeboy. Let my boy cook. Man, he coming in.
Credence. I'm trying to give him credence on saying he's pound for pound. Every weight class that he's campaigned at, he's held a scrap, whether regular or the real thing. I don't know. I'm a casual. I don't know the difference between a regular and I know the belt is a fucking belt.
Nah, hell nah.
Who has
that's the problem?
Who has better skills? Who has better skills than
I go through this shit on damn near every boxing channel, bro. But in real life, I don't go through this shit, bro. I always say, bro, I've only met one Shakur fan in real life and ever in life. So at the end of the day, bro, people know what they watching, bro. It don't matter about none of that shit about the belts, all that shit. People know what the fuck they watching, and people come to see one of these guys that we talking about, bro, not the other ones. and that's the way it's gonna stay. So I mean, at the end of the day, I don't even be having time to be arguing with no nigga about no weak ass Shakur Stevenson, bro.
Well, hey, I hope y'all enjoy the fight Saturday night,
man.
Hey, y'all enjoy the fight Saturday night, bro. We got the first interim unification in history. Shout out to them.
Come on.
Whoever wins the fight Saturday will be the WBA and WBC interim.
You're not even allowed to put sauce on that. Don't put sauce on that, Rob.
Hey, shout out, Ozzy. You right, man. They got the unification coming up this motherfucking Saturday. WBC, WBA, the first time ever where you got the regular belts and unification.
So that means February 22nd, Bivol, it better be you gotta see somebody Saturday night.
Wait. Oh, I can't even keep up with the comments, man. Y'all got me crying, man. Shout out my guy.
Man, I gotta get off here, man. Hey,
man, where you going, bro? I need your casual
I just came out here to joke. I came here to joke and play around.
No, heavy. He's not allowed to be called a casual anymore.
Hey, if you want to get the chat
from casual title forever.
Look, I do got some real talk though. I do got some real talk. I'm gonna say this. Okay, I'm here in Las Vegas. I'm here in Las Vegas. If people don't know, Heavy been out here. He visited me. I'm here in Las Vegas.
No doubt.
I do currently have 6 tickets to the Benavidez Morrell fight. It's Saturday night at T-Mobile. I have 6 tickets. Tomorrow is the weigh-in.
Currency, RC? Is it Skittles? Is it Twix bar? What is
it? Actually, I have 6 tickets. This is what I'm doing. I only want 55 orange Reese's Pieces. You know what the yellow and black was? Fuck you. Orange only. And you get them 6 fucking tickets. And now look, they not ringside. They up a little bit to T-Mobile. You're gonna be up there a little bit. Don't worry about it. But
so they ain't even close. They not even close to selling out this event.
Hell no, T. Hell no.
Damn. How many T-Mobile hold?
20,000.
You know what the problem is? Egos.
Right, man.
The problem is egos because they should have been
a lot of people don't even know Pitbull on this card too, bro.
Man, they should have.
They know Pitbull on the card.
Man, they should have put Tank and Benavidez on the same card again. They should have made Dave Benavidez the main event and Tank on the main co-main.
I would have put Pitbull as the co-main event over Stephen Fulton and Figueroa.
Pitbull, why? Pitbull's done nothing.
It don't matter, man. The Mexicans love Pitbull, bro.
Man, Pitbull has done enough, man. Pitbull has done
them
enough.
Niggas love Pitbull,
what
bro.
y'all
Them
be
Mexicans
from
love Pitbull.
Y'all, it's like, bro, niggas be cheerleader for niggas like Shakur that hate on Pitbull. Nigga, do you like
You know
watching
what?
do
You
you
know
like
what?
good TV, nigga? Like, do you not like good TV? Do niggas is the definition of a hardcore not liking entertainment? Like, what the fuck is going on? I be feeling like
So you agree with me, Casino? You'd have put Pitbull co-main event.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Let me just tell Paul out there. Paul, this is normal.
Pablo.
This isn't hate. This is just friends going at it. And you've just walked straight in the middle of it.
And that's
Shout out to Pablo, man. Pablo is the one. Pablo is the one that got me to take the lead. Shout out to Pablo. And look, hey, you know what? And look, anybody that want to take me up on this offer, this is a real offer. Y'all DM T.O. or y'all sub up to T.O. T.O. gonna let you know if you subbed up or not. And he gonna hit me up and meet me at the Toshiba Plaza that's right in front of the T-Mobile Saturday afternoon at 2:30. Now the card starts at 5:30 local time because we on the Pacific. So you gotta meet me there by 2:30 to get these tickets.
Do they sell chicken there?
He ain't bullshitting.
No, ain't no chicken. No.
People did better against Davis than Shakur will ever do.
Yes,
and I'm gonna do this.
Exactly.
I'm gonna do this for Casino Life.
He's a real fighter. Shakur ain't never been in no fight. Shakur got
I'm gonna say this because I gotta get off here, bro.
Shakur 0-0 at 135. He 0-0. No fights, nigga.
Hold on. I gotta say this real quick because I gotta get off here. I'm gonna sweeten it. I'm gonna sweeten the deal. You have to bring me. You have to get the okay from Teal, and you gotta bring me the 55 Reese's Pieces. But guess what? After the fight, I will bring you down to Harmon Avenue. We're gonna make a left. We're gonna go over the bridge, and we're gonna make another left on Poly Road. There lies Top Rank Jim. I'll let you meet Shakur Stevenson live. What you showing?
Oh, yeah,
I'm a sweeten the deal. I'm here in Vegas. I'll be having fun.
And he ain't bullshitting. That's
I'd take that up.
And I'm doing that. I'm doing that for Casino Life.
Oh, no, I ain't trying
I'll be there in September for sure.
I ain't trying to
I'd take that up, only I've got stories about traveling with you in the car that could be detrimental to my health.
Oh, no, hey, don't listen. He's been listening to 913. That's what he's been listening to.
Hold on. Shout out for Sholey in the chat. Appreciate you for Sholey. It's my first time ever seeing you in here. Thank you for subbing and definitely leaving a comment. He said this man went tooth and nail with one hand tank, 12 rounds of war with Cabrera, and lost to a 35-pounder in El Rayo in his first defense. Well, first of all, Pitbull shorter than Tank, and he been a 35 too. He just went up one time, won the title from Rolly. That was it. He won the title from Rolly and literally lost it his next fight, I believe, to Rayo. So that nigga little too. Man, when it comes to Tank, man, y'all niggas. I like Tank. I fuck with Tank, but man, the Tank.
Let me say something to that.
Meat hugging is different, boy.
Man,
Go ahead.
Nigga, but see, I hate how these hardcore, quote unquote, hardcore boxing fans call anything supportive of somebody that they don't like.
Y'all niggas don't care if he fight the best or not.
You talking about a meat hug?
Caring if he fight the best or not.
How is it meat hugging?
Because niggas, when you don't care if a fighter fights the very best competition out there possible,
he is fighting the very best. He has fought.
But the best competition is running.
That's not meat hugging, bro. Hold on, let me address this shit, bro. Because I'm not going to accept that meat hugging shit. I'm not accepting that shit, bro. Like, listen, bro. Hell no, bro. In my opinion, he fought the best. One nigga, Ryan Garcia beat all them dudes.
But it's not a matter of an opinion, bro. It's not a matter of opinion. It's the facts. What makes niggas the best? It's the accolades.
Nigga, Ryan is the best.
Nothing has made Ryan Garcia the best. Your
beat
opinion
Devin
not
Haney.
gonna make him the best.
Y'all love Devin Haney. Y'all niggas love Devin Haney. Look what he did to him. Shit, I don't want to hear that shit.
Yeah, I don't know.
Man, listen.
Yeah, great fight, but it's an asterisk. That's why they doing a rematch.
Hey, either way it go, it don't matter. Shit,
It
you already know
does
what's up,
matter because
man.
he shouldn't
Listen,
even be fighting Devin Haney no more.
bro, listen. Fighting Mario Barrio is a risky ass fight to me. I mean, I don't know. Niggas don't gotta respect it, but I do. I like the nigga resume, bro. I mean, and it's not over. I always say that it's not over. He's gonna fight some niggas. Like, I mean, he's gonna fight some niggas. It's not over, bro. So I
My
mean,
nigga,
why am I a meat hugger? Why am I a meat hugger for supporting somebody who fights that good? That don't make no sense, bro. Like that's disrespectful as hell.
well, no, see, now you got to understand. It's meat hugging when you don't want to see this guy.
Bro, that's
If
not
you,
meat hugging, bro. That's being a fan
yeah,
of
it
boxing. I
is.
like watching that nigga.
No,
I
being a
like
fan
watching
of
him
boxing
fight,
is wanting to
nigga.
see the
I
best
like
fight the
watching him
best.
fight
That's
more than
what
them other
truly being
niggas.
a fan of boxing
But
is.
the best competition is
Bro,
running. Is
he's not
running
even my
away.
favorite fighter though. So I mean he's one. We talking about this person particularly because I
So
like him.
real quick, Pablo, you think people been avoiding Tank for the last
For sure.
years?
For sure. Nobody wants to lose his O, and everybody's running from him. Everybody except Ryan Garcia, and maybe people, but everybody's running. Do you think that? I don't think that is so difficult to make. Do you think that Davis is going to say no to Shakur? No, man.
He already did.
No, that's
He
not
already
true.
did. Shakur, according to them, they offered Shakur to fight. Shakur just wanted a fucking rematch clause, and they said no. That's all you could have fought Shakur easily.
Bro,
Just
but
get a man a rematch
how does
clause.
Shakur, bro, I'm saying like it just be crazy. Like niggas call it meat hugging, but then don't want to hold Shakur accountable for not taking the offer, knowing he the B side. Y'all giving him a pass to be trying to call some shots and shit, talking about a belt. Nigga, fuck that belt, nigga. Do you want your opportunity in your life or not, nigga? You said you was gonna win, so what the fuck is the problem?
But you know what? But you got to understand also from Shakur's point of view.
Man,
You got
see,
Turkey.
everybody
Why is
understand
him?
everybody's
Why
point of view except for a tank point of view or a tank supporter's point of view. Is a tank supporter is just automatically a meat hugger. Like it's crazy. Like,
you automatically a meat hugger if you don't.
but it's
If you
not meat
cool with him
hugging.
not fighting.
It's not meat hugging.
If
It's
you
not meat
cool with
hugging to
him
feel
not
like
never
Shakur.
unifying
It's not.
and not
It's not
never
meat
fighting
hugging.
none of the best niggas.
But it's not meat hugging.
What else could it be?
But it's not meat hugging to feel like Shakur can call shots in a negotiation with Tank. Come on, man. What is meat hugging?
That's not calling
What
the
is
shot,
meat
bro.
hugging?
That's just doing
What
what
is meat hugging?
historically
I'm trying to
happens.
understand what meat hugging is.
But that's
Oh.
are you listening,
Pull up.
Casino?
Pull up. Just
hold
for a
up
second.
real quick, DJ.
Pull up.
Hold up real quick. Hold up real DJ. Quick, DJ. You hear what I'm saying? We talking about something that's just historic when it comes to negotiating a fight between champions. It's a rematch clause. That's just historically how it works when you're a champion.
And when did they ever say something about? They said no rematch clause. Who said that? That's what people assume by the
That's why he
multi-fight
asked
deal.
for a multi-fight deal.
Who said that? Who said that's why he asked for that? Nobody ever said that.
That's the only reason why he
no.
asked
That's
for it.
nah, bro. Like no, that's not what. That's not the only reason
Who
he could
else
be
the
asking for
PBC
that.
got for him to fight?
Bro, he might. Bro, listen. You don't know what he wanted. He never said what he wanted. He be lying like a motherfucker. 1 minute he said they never talked to him. Then they talked to him. Then it wasn't no offer.
No, I'm
then
going
it was
off.
This. Huh?
See, that's what I'm getting. You just believe in one side, bro. I'm believing both. I believe that Tank and them reached out to Shakur for a fight. I believe that.
Bro, I'm stuck on
that.
I get all that.
But
I'm
I
just
also
stuck on.
believe
I'm
that
just
he
stuck
asked
on
for a
the. I'm
multi-fight
stuck on the
deal.
meat hugging shit, bro. The meat hugging shit. Crazy.
Yeah,
nigga, ain't nobody meat hugging nobody. Nigga,
if you don't want to see
watching.
that man fighting the best,
I enjoy, bro. I don't give a fuck, bro. Listen, I like the niggas he fighting. Shit, how's that meat hugging?
well, on that
How is
note,
that meat hugging?
on that note, come on, DJ. On that note, I'm gonna let it go. Go ahead, DJ.
All I was gonna do is you got one of your OGs, 9, joining you. Don't ignore him. 9, what do you got?
Oh yeah, my nigga 9 in the building. What up now? Hold up, man. We gotta
what's
let
up,
Blind 9 hear it.
Hey, I'm here like the good fight with you, bro. I'm like, I'm right here like, tag me in, nigga. Tag me in.
Come on in, now.
But I got a little bit of pushback though. Because you said ain't nothing like a Tank fan meat hugger. I disagree. Ain't nothing like a Devin fan. Now, them niggas
No, but I'm saying, bro, like I'm not a meat hugger at all. I don't feel like there's no meat huggers
Them
up here.
Devin fans,
That's why I'm
bro.
stuck on that shit.
Listen, bro. Them Devin fans. This nigga got his whole jaw fucked off, bro, and they still like it's a nigga on on YouTube right now talking about he's still the face of boxing and shit. Like, what kind of shit is that?
Yeah, that's crazy work.
Yeah, so that's meat hugging at a high level.
Yeah,
I don't think a lot of Tank fans is on that type of time. But however, though, just the quote what Tank said, bro. You remember that Gilly and Rollo show? When he asked him, when you gonna get these big names? When you gonna get these big names? And what did he say? I ain't never even asked for them. So that show you, I don't think nobody ducking Tank. I think Tank don't give a lovely fuck. I think only thing he care about is whether his check clear or not. That's it. That's all. He don't give a fuck. And that's just the harsh reality. I don't even think it's as deep as everybody trying to put it. Like he ducking and motherfuckers ducking him. He don't give a fuck. He's going to fight all his fights in-house so his promoter, who's his struggling promoter, can make money. And he's going to fight the best names in-house. He's
and
gonna
see, a meat hugger going to be cool with that.
Yeah.
But that's not a meat hugger, bro. Like, that's what I'm saying, bro. Niggas call that a meat hugger. Like, but that's what I'm saying. We not ever going to agree, but that shit just hella disrespectful, bro. Like, it's disrespectful to, like, just because a nigga like to be entertained by the shit that a nigga's a meat hugger, bro. Like, that's crazy.
But then, this is the thing, though.
That's crazy.
I'm gonna say in like Casino's defense, it's a lot of motherfuckers watching that Jake Paul bullshit who I totally despise, bro. I don't follow that shit. I don't give a fuck about it. I don't watch it. None of that shit. I don't cover it.
But to watch it ain't meat hugging, bro. Like, you gotta realize, bro.
But I'm saying
when people say meat hugging, bro, they talk about the people. Nah, let me finish. Let me say this, bro. Like, they talk about the people that everybody fucking watch, bro. So the whole world meat hugging.
Hold on, Casino. He just got in here. Let him get his thoughts off, Casino. Hold on.
I'm saying my personal preference, I would not fuck with a Jake Paul fight. You know what I'm saying? But however, you can defend Tank, and I'm really pressing the line for you at this point, homie, because guess what? Tank is at least fighting professionals. He's not fighting old washed up MMA fighters. He is at least fighting professionals. He's fighting now, you know what I'm saying, is a former champion, even though he got cracked in the shit and he got beat by Jamel Heron, whatever the fuck blood name is.
Nah, he a champion right now. He not a former champion. He a champion at 130 right now.
But at the same time though, he's fighting the best possible fights that he can fight in-house because his promoter is struggling. PBC, we just talked about this shit a few lives ago. His promoter is struggling. They gotta they have to keep this shit in-house, as much in-house shit as possible. Right now, though, in Tank's eyes, bro, he look like he taking one for the motherfucking team.
Yep, but shit, I don't know.
I'm taking one for the team. Man,
I don't want to support. I don't want to support Tank because I don't want to be no meat hugger. You know what I mean? So.
Hold on. Supporting Tank. I'm not saying supporting Tank makes you a meat hugger, but denying or being cool with the fact that this guy has never unified or this guy has never fought his versions of the Hagglers and the Sugar Rays and
it ain't no versions of that.
The top guys of his division in his era, right? And not holding him somewhat accountable, whether it's his fault or not. Because I keep telling people, yeah, he might have been a part of the Al Heyman Mayweather protection program or whatever you want to say, right? At the end of the day, whether he was smart enough to take control of his own career or whether he was dumb enough to allow them to keep picking his opponents and going after the bag, the core fans of boxing, it's his burden to bear. Because the core fans of boxing, because if everybody felt the same way, it wouldn't even be an issue. We all be cool with Tank doing what he's doing, but we're not, because you got the core fan base who always wants to see the best fight the best. Now, whether you like the best or not, it doesn't matter because that's an opinion. It's a difference between facts and opinion. You might not think Shakur Stevenson is one of the best, but the fact is he is. The fact is he's a 3-division world champion, and it ain't none of them shits was regular bullshit belts.
I don't feel like it's me. I just don't feel like
Rigon Dio. He looks like Rigon Dio.
I don't feel like it's me hugging just because the niggas got a different opinion on it.
That's what I'm saying. No, what I'm saying is you're saying you support Tank. I'm not calling you a meat hugger for supporting Tank. So you're not a meat hugger for that.
But I'm saying I'm not a meat hugger.
If you don't hold Tank accountable, and you are cool with him never fighting what everybody agrees to be the very best competition out there in his era, then yeah, I am calling you a meat hugger because you're supposed to want to see those fights as a fan.
Bro, I feel like it's not over, and I feel like the fights that I wanted to see is Ryan, Tio, and now I want to see Keyshawn. And I wanted to see Lomachenko. But shit, I mean that's all I really asked. I mean, I wanted to see Frank Martin. I know that's an unpopular opinion, but I really wanted to see him. Probably because I'm a fan of Errol Spence and he signed to Errol Spence, so I wanted to see that nigga fight. Ever since I seen Frank come on the scene and he beat Michelle Rivera, I was like, I want to see him fight Tank. And he did it. So
I did that because I know somebody else that was like really campaigning for Frank too, and they was a diehard Errol Spence fan. I can dig that too.
That's what I'm saying. So it's like
this is what gives Tank his black eye, bro. You know what I'm saying? In a lot of people's eyes, bro. All the names that you naming, like just think about it: the T.O.s, the Devins, the Shakurs. Like most of them dudes that moved on to 140, and so he had opportunities to fight them guys. And he fought guys like not Ryan, but the other Garcia. He fought a lot of sus ass niggas, bro.
Yeah, I just feel like it's not over, bro. I just feel like
bro.
I feel like
it's PBC guys.
I just feel like
we got it. You know,
I just feel like it's not over. You know what I mean? It just
ain't over, but I'm just saying.
I feel like his career ain't over.
Thing though, you know, boxing fans are getting hella impatient, and that's why he's dealing with the scrutiny because shit. It's a lot of motherfuckers looking at it like this, bro. We should have had a T.O. fight like years ago. We should have had a Devin fight years ago.
Again, and
we should have had a Loma fight years ago.
We just keeping it a bean. Devin Haney fought Loma at 24 years old. T.O. fought Loma at 22. Like they got Loma while Loma was still in his prime, bro. You know what I'm saying? We supposed to have got that same shit from Tank.
I mean, both of them was fighting. Both of them was on top rank.
You say I like Tank, spent buku money on Tank, but he needs to fight someone. There's a lot of people that feel that way.
One last word. Hey, one last word to live.
To the promoter, bro. He don't like to play well with others. That's nobody's fault.
Pablo's trying to cook.
But that's still Tank's burden to bear. Go ahead.
Yeah, one last word. Yeah, one last word to leave. You had accountable Rigon Dio because he was boring. He KOs a lot of people, and you didn't have accountable Shakur that is also boring, and doesn't KO anybody, and it's weird, right? Because at the end he's very boring, also, right?
Yeah, he's boring, but he's one of the best. People think he's one of the best, and they want to see how Tank fares against a defense like Shakur Stevenson and fighting one of the best. And he has a belt.
Shakur is boring enough to beat anybody in any given
hardcore
night,
people think that shit, but people don't think shit about that nigga.
But this is our sport, so this is what we care about. We care about what the hardcore people think. That's what why we here, bro.
I'm coming back.
You say Boston, at Boston, true, but Tank should have fought Loma in 2017. This is facts. No one cares about Loma versus Tank in 2025. More facts. Loma's already lost to the other kings. He's lost to Devin and Tio, so we already know what Tank's gonna do versus Loma. So don't nobody want to see that shit.
By default, Loma off the island, bro.
Yeah, that nigga's gone.
Yeah,
I'm coming back on Sunday to celebrate my victory. And that's it. Well, thank you, man. Thank you, Living. Thank you. Thank you very much.
I appreciate you coming through, Pablo. Thanks for stopping through, subscribing to the channel, and most definitely giving us some of your time. Thank you, Pablo.
Thank you.
Hey, Casino, man, I be wanting you to just because I feel like you don't understand where we coming from. Because I understand where you coming from. As just a pure fan, you just love to see Tank get in there and knock motherfuckers out. You think he's got the full package, and I get that shit because that's why I love Tank. That's what made me fuck with him from the get-go. But it come a point in time where you just like, man, I don't give a fuck what the blueprint was to get Tank here. I don't care whose fault it is. I don't care whether he wasn't smart enough or he was too dumb to take control of his own career and fight these particular guys. But as a fan of the sport, as a true fan of the sport, I want to see the best fight the best. And I don't care if the other best is boring. I don't give a fuck what they got going on. They're considered the best, and I want to see Tank go in there and whoop their ass too.
I mean, that's cool.
That's all.
That's cool.
Yeah,
I don't even like defending Tank, bro, because this shit always just like niggas is, I don't know, man. Niggas be thinking I don't know, man.
But see, when you think about it, it's not
like,
really defending Tank. When you look at it from how I just broke it down, it's more about the sport itself versus.
No, I'm a true fan of the sport, though. That, like, bro, I know
so that's
about
what I'm saying. As a true fan of the sport, you always want to see the best fight the best, right?
Yeah, bro. Yeah, but I feel like if he's fighting it, bro. I feel like, bro, that's what I'm saying. I just don't. I mean,
on some fan shit though. You know, I'd be like, hey, Tank, fight these motherfuckers, knock them off, bro, so we can hear these niggas shut the fuck up.
That's what I said. That's what I did say. I said I want to see him fight him for that reason. Yeah. That's what I said. But I feel like he offered Shakur the shit, and Shakur ain't really want that shit, bro. I never, like, I can't act like I didn't see Shakur talking and being Twitterson and having Twitterson on his shorts and telling niggas I'll replace Loma and all that. And then when Loma pulled out, the nigga went radio silent, nigga, for a minute. I'll never forget that shit, bro. Like, I just be seeing.
Hold on, say that again. What now? What happened now?
Bro, the nigga was Twitterson, bro. He was tweeting on Twitter every day. Tweeting, talking. He had Twitterson on his shorts, everything. He just talking. He on a podcast. He talking about if Loma pull out, I'll replace him. Loma pulled out that next day. The nigga went radio silent, bro. Like, the nigga got them. Next thing you know, this nigga pop out with Eddie Hearn and shit. And then, like, nigga try to act like they didn't talk to him at all. But then they talked to him, and he said they didn't ever send him an offer. And but then it come out that he wanted a multi-fight deal, so that means they did talk about something. You know what I'm saying? It's like
he probably wanted a rematch clause. A rematch clause is
that's it. That's all it
was. Who said that?
Yeah. No, but that's what a multi-fight deal is. If you get a rematch clause, that's a multi-fight deal.
That's 2 fights, bro.
So that's what Terrence Crawford got to fight Spence. Yeah, it was a 2-fight deal. It's a multi-fight deal. That's how that's just how they worded it, bro. Real shit. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like he was like trying to fight 5-10 fights with the motherfuckers. Nah, he just wanted a multi-fight deal. You know what I'm saying? Hey,
which means nigga, if I lose, I get a rematch because I'm a champ too. That's all.
Yeah.
Can I get the shot at my get back? You know what I'm saying?
Same thing with Spence and Crawford. Them niggas wanted it. He wanted a multi-fight. At first, they weren't trying to hear that shit, but that nigga was a champ too.
I mean, but I wanted Errol to fight goddamn Crawford. It's different. It's like, nigga, I felt like Crawford was a literal threat. So it's like I gotta see it. I like to see fight. See that what I'm saying? Like, niggas like think a nigga calling me hugging, bro. I'm like, I like threats, bro. Like Crawford, I had to see Errol fight Crawford. And I like Errol. And I know it was a possibility he could get his ass whooped. That's why I wanted to see it. I want to see fights where I feel like there's a possibility of getting his ass whooped. That's why the Mario Barrios fight.
But this is boxing though. A nigga might not get his ass whooped, but a nigga might lose.
Man, I don't give a fuck about that shit.
Yeah, nigga might lose.
I don't care about that shit, man.
That's why I keep on telling y'all, Shakur.
That's why I say you couldn't have been you couldn't have been no fan of Muhammad Ali, bro. You couldn't have been no fan of Ali.
I wasn't even born, nigga.
But I'm just saying though, you paid attention to sport of boxing. Hold on. You ain't never go back and enjoy some of these classics on these classic fights that you can just go look at a touch of a button.
But what, bro? I'm
Oh
watching
man!
what's happening right
Oh my
now.
Hold up,
God,
real
you
quick.
missing out.
Let me get to this guy, Cello Majad in the chat. Cause this nigga look like he might be talking crazy. He say people in here don't use their brain. Who you talking about, nigga? You got the link right there. People in here don't use their brain. They playing down the Roach fight because he was best by Heron. But the same dudes want him to fight Loma, who was best by Tio. They want him to fight Tio. What? Yeah, man. If we won't take, we won't take the fight Tio over Roach.
Man, if you don't
Fuck
knock it
Roach.
off,
Man, where you put this dumb? Let me move on, man. Where my drop at real quick, man?
You dumb motherfucker!
Put this shit in the chat, man. Shout out to you,
No,
man. Respect.
let me tell you what I do with the old fights, bro. I seen highlights of all the old fighters, but I haven't went and watched them whole fights. No.
Hey, Casino, can you? Hey, look, my brother, I love you, Casino. You seen that? Hey, you caught the intro I got for you, right?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, right. I want to see some shit like that on your channel too. But and I love you. Hey, go back and watch some of them fights, man. Those some bro.
I mean, I've watched. I can tell you the ones I have watched, but I ain't watched.
That's what I'm saying. Just I
watched Hearns versus Duran. I watched Hagler versus Hearns. I watched Sugar Ray versus
all of them. Those are good.
A lot of them is short fights though too.
Yeah, what I'm saying, like, that's it.
Watch some of the heavyweight shit. Go watch some Larry Holmes fights.
Man, listen, bro. I'm watching the shit that's happening right now. Like all my life, that like Floyd Mayweather and shit. Like I'm watching the shit that's happening, bro. I watched the highlights of that shit. I watched the documentaries and movies. I know a lot about them niggas, but I just, you know what I mean. There's a lot of fights. There's a lot of fights that got to be sitting up trying to, bro. This shit black and white.
I love that shit. But see, when you love the sport, you can do it. You can do it. You can do it when you love the sport.
Not really, bro. I mean, I can love the sport and still don't really want to do that, bro.
It doesn't actually matter a shit.
You gotta understand, bro. I can't, bro. I really can't, bro. That's like saying somebody can not love music but don't like old music. I mean, and it's not that I don't like old fighters. I like the highlights, and I see that the new fighters don't even fight good as them niggas. I can see that clearly. So that's why I don't even like when people compare. Like, bro, he ain't fight the Hagglers and the Hearns of his era. Nigga, what Hagglers and Hearns of his era? He the only nigga who even compared to them
they
niggas.
say that because they represented. They only saying that because they represented the best.
Man, fuck that.
They represented the best.
No, because you don't talk about the best in the year before them niggas. Or the niggas, or the year after.
That was
the
golden era,
niggas
man.
Talk about Hagler and Hearns because
when you had that many great niggas right there that could fight each other.
Man, but
and when they came up with this whole Four Kings shit, that's what we all expected. We expected these Four Kings to mix it up.
Yeah, because they was really Four Kings.
Well, we had some killers after them niggas too, like Marlon Starlin and Mark
really
Freeman. We had some killers too. Terry Norris. You know,
we had some more niggas, man. We had the Oscars who fought everybody, the Shane Mosley,
I know about all the people. I know about all of them. That's what I'm saying.
But guess what they did? They all fought each other. Something that this nigga Tank ain't done. And again, whether it's his fault or not, it's still his burden to bear. That's all I'm saying. Go ahead, DJ. I'm sorry. I ain't mean to cut you off.
No one was cutting me off. This is actually part of the show. Like, just have your opinion and be respectful. So, from my point of view, I actually don't give a flying fuck about who fought who 10 years ago or 20 years ago, and I actually don't care. Today, in the moment, is about who's on the books and who can fight who, right? And Casino, as much as you actually blew my mind yesterday with talking about PBC and investing in business decisions, right? It's a different take because I am open-minded. The simple reality is Tank's resume is going to fucking burn him for the rest of his life. It doesn't matter which way you flip or turn it and argue it. His resume is not going to stand up to the best of the best. Now, as for the cards that are coming up, which I'm more excited about, look, put Tank aside. Casino, I told you yesterday, I rate Tank, but I hate the fact that he hasn't had that career-defining fight. Well, let's move forward. We've got a PBC card. We've got Catterall, Barboza. We've got the Riyadh season card. And I want to be excited about the fights that we are getting rather than the fights we're not getting. Because
I heard
2
his
years
Aussie
ago,
accent in my dreams, man. This motherfucker been talking to him so long.
Don't you
Go ahead,
fucking
DJ.
dream about me. That's problematic. You're dreaming about me. Don't do that.
Yeah, don't do that shit, bro.
Go ahead, DJ. I'm sorry.
I'm uncomfortable now. That just shut me straight up.
No Diddy, man. No Diddy.
Oh,
we've just had so many conversations.
I was waiting for the
I've gotten used to that accent. No, I was just saying because for Shirley Shine, he said, "Man, that Aussie accent is dope, dog." I don't think he caught that comment.
I'm having a moment.
Oh shit! All right, it's so easy to throw DJ off. Shout out for Shirley Shine in the chat. Hey Coco, she laughing at you. She say, "Not a flying fuck." That's that Aussie talk, bro. He throwed all the way off. He done lost base.
Damn, bro, you been exercising tonight?
Nah, shit. Nah, he just tripped out, man. That was a big Diddy. Man, that was a big Diddy moment, nigga. I don't think you know this nigga. That nigga throw
Hearing the accent in your dreams is a Diddy. See, man, we got this generation so goddamn soft, man.
Man, shit, I don't think DJ in my generation. Shit, DJ in your generation.
Yeah, DJ in mine, but he falling for the bullshit.
DJ, what happened?
Are you taking back DJ? God damn. DJ buffering.
I'm resetting.
There it is. Factory reset.
He's about at 75%. You know that once it get to about 80, it just go real quick.
Man, my bad, DJ. I'm sorry, bro. I ain't mean to put that thought in your head. God damn.
Don't be doing that. Like, we've got a history. Don't be bringing that up.
Yeah, I was just trying to allude to the fact that I've heard this motherfucker talk a whole lot about some of these subjects. Do you know where you was at, DJ? You good? We're fucking. We moving on. Matter of fact, we about to move all the way on, bro. It's been 2.5 hours, and I'm looking for an out here.
No, you get no out. I told you right at the start of it.
Oh shit, he on you now, bro.
Yeah, I told you right at the start of you actually live, you're not going to get it your own way.
Yeah,
and then you proceeded to support that by saying, "Well, I've got somewhere to be. I don't need to sleep. I might as well go right through." So here it is. What have we got on our plate coming into the next couple of days? I'm actually made a realization that Clarissa Shields is entitled to be shitty because she may well be the best of the best, but there's no excitement around her fight. Whereas 3 months ago, all of us on this panel were excited about Serrato versus Taylor rematch. She just doesn't draw the numbers. Talk to me about that.
A lot of people ain't gonna like this, but I've said this before, and it might have flew under the radar back then. I like female boxing, but I'm just not a huge fan. Like, I try and keep up with it. I support it when I can, but you know, you going on a weekend where a lot of people are excited to see the monster. You know what I mean? Fuck that fight.
And plus, though, she kind of capped out, though. She kind of
I
capped
mean to
out,
put it
bro.
there.
She went from like fucking 154 to all the way to fucking heavyweight. She's a heavyweight now, bro. Like, we don't have nothing else to be excited with your ass about.
Man, the dude, the chick she fighting looked just like a dude. Danielle, what is her last name? Danielle something.
Man, she
It's like, okay.
Clarissa
like a
swole.
dude.
Clarissa about to go whoop another broad's ass.
Clarissa swole as hell. Clarissa swole as hell now.
Yeah, I seen the joint today, man.
What
She
the hell?
she look, yeah.
But she on that real snack, ain't it?
But if I'm keeping it a bean, I'm not excited for it. But I'm gonna watch it though. I'm gonna support it. You know what I mean? Sunday, I ain't got shit else to do. I'm gonna catch it. But to answer your question, DJ, yeah, man, it's just I think for a lot of us, the David Benavidez fight is just that big, and you know, it's gonna garner a lot more attention. But I think you also have to be a real female boxing hardcore fan to be paying attention to any of the motherfucking cards. Because as good as Clarissa Shields is, as good as Katie Taylor and Serrano are, and to be honest, man, half the time I don't be giving a fuck, and I ain't gonna really catch them unless they own another big card. You know what I mean? And I hate to say that, but it's real.
You better glad, nigga.
I'm on that same
bro, because I would say some shit, nigga.
Where's the extra pounds come from? Just in the ass cheeks, or just all over?
You talking about Clarissa?
For Clarissa? I think she's grown into that. I think that's natural for her, bro. Like she's a big chick. Yeah. I think I don't know, man. Like, so what? Y'all feel like she, you know what I mean, on some snack shit for real?
Nigga, yes. But I mean, hey, man, listen.
I just think she a black woman with a lot of ass. I ain't gonna lie.
That's all.
She just got some ass. She big boned, nigga. Her people them from Memphis, some shit.
See, nine.
Well, she ain't nothing but 167, 170 pounds, man. That's like a regular chick around these parts.
Yeah, that's
we can't get away with that, Avery. It's called insinuation. Yeah, no way. But
shit, nigga, that's a fact. She got some ass. Shout out.
Yes, she do got that.
She,
I was saying, I don't
know about y'all, but I love chocolate women, bro. That's my white chocolate. So shout out.
Melanin is melanin is always popping.
Yeah.
My girl,
I ain't mad at that. I ain't mad at the chocolate shakes.
And for me though, man, you know, I can't really get into women's fight unless they got like a baby on their hip and it's a street fight. You know what I'm saying? And where my baby at? You know, I got a hood fight. You know what I'm saying? Video pop out. You know what I'm saying? Like a real boxing match. I'm like, man, shit.
I ain't trying to see this.
Stop.
I ain't gonna say Clarissa all that cute or whatnot. Like when she put on the makeup and you know they got like a new face and shit, she look all right. But you know, fresh out the ring, nigga. Fresh out.
But she clean up
out your sleep. Yeah, but when she clean up and put the new face on, she's great.
She got them teeth, the new teeth made it look good. That's what it is.
Yeah, she decent. But yeah, man, I think that's all, DJ, man. And don't nobody really give a fuck, man. And it's sad though, but the only thing I can chalk it up to is, you know, when you watch female boxing, the expectations aren't the same. Just like with female basketball. Bro, I hate that shit. I hate women's basketball. That shit is trash. And I be like, don't nobody else see how trash this shit is? Because when you compare it to the males, it's like, So, but damn, I hate it. I sound fucked up, but it's the truth.
Yeah, you say it's
sad. To you is reduced capability versus reduced capability. So it's still a contest, right? But
yeah,
the next thing I'm going to ask is, I'm going to say, well,
hello.
My boy buffering again.
Let me say
but yeah, shout out to all the female athletes, man. All of the female fighters, female ball players. I don't mean no shit bad. I'm just trying to be honest, yo. Like,
yeah, I respect what y'all doing, all that. Yeah.
Yeah. Just like it's some shit females ain't fans of, you know,
Yeah.
they might not
But,
like soccer or something.
This is a game of preference, and I got my preference for certain things I like.
That's
Hell,
all.
even down this whole conversation thus far has been about a preference. You know, Shakur versus a Tank. You got a preference. You know what I mean? Can't knock somebody for their preference. You know what I'm saying? It is
You
what
sure
it is.
can't.
You know what I'm saying?
But what I do like about Clarissa is she fighting the best.
Oh yeah, bro.
She
Who did
fighting
you
the
have in
best.
this fight coming up this weekend, bro? I didn't catch that.
Oh, she fights Sunday. She fights Sunday.
No. I'm talking about the Benavidez fight.
That's
Who you got with
Saturday.
that? Yeah.
Who do I got?
Yeah.
Oh shit, I'm taking Benavidez, man, just off of logic alone. You know what I mean? 29-0, 24 knockouts, the cleaned out 68 basically. Fought the tougher fight in Vosdick over Kalajic. You know, I ain't seen Morrell fight nobody. So I don't, you know, there's nothing really to judge off. I wish he would have, before fighting Benavidez, I wish they could have gave him like the Plant fight or, you know, the Boo Boo fight or even Berlanga. I would have took the Berlanga fight or a Munguia fight.
Hey,
something.
that actually would have been a cool little scrap him against Berlanga, though.
Yeah, something like that before you got the Dave, you know. But sometimes you get what you ask for.
So, sorry I dropped out, but I've got a question for you all. And Casino, I asked you this yesterday because I asked Slick as well. This Ringside Magazine tournament that was supposed to be Innes, Haney, Garcia, and
Tio.
Yeah. From what we're hearing now, surely that's going to shit or that's way out in the future, because you got Innes that I'm not convinced he's going to beat Stanionis. That's a different conversation. You've got Ryan and who's he supposed to be fighting? What are you laughing at, Theo?
Mike Saunders in the chat. He said, "Nah, I'm convinced DJ is AI."
Damn, Keith.
I'm what?
He think you are artificial intelligence, man.
Listen.
But no, go ahead, DJ. Don't lose your thought, bro. You know how you do when you lose your thought, bro. Don't do it. I'm sorry.
Mike, you best be taking that link and getting your goofy ass up on panel.
Mike got to get that link one time, bro. Mike still ain't been on, bro. Mike, you got to come fuck with us.
Come on, Mike.
One time for the one time, bro.
Don't be
Y'all
hiding
scared to hit that
behind
link,
computer, man. And get your ass up here.
But no, so what you saying? You think that tournament is in jeopardy?
Well, I'm not sure it's in jeopardy. I'm just understanding there that Turkey Al-Rashid comes out and he's full bottle, right? But as things get upset, he moves with it. So I guess I'm just asking all of you, because Teofimo was supposed to be fighting Richardson Hitchens, and now he's been mandated to fight the winner of Barboza and Catterall. But that doesn't make sense because unification takes precedence over a mandatory. So how's that all going to work out in your opinion? Because the timeline doesn't work out for me.
It's a company call. It's a company call.
Yeah.
That's Bob saying, yeah, but you're going to fight them first, though.
And it gives everybody a tune up, because now, well, I ain't even gonna call the unification a tune up for Boots, but Boots got to fight Stanionis. Tio will have to fight one of those guys. Of course, Ryan's fighting Rowley, and Devin's fighting Ramirez. And then if everybody does what's expected to get past that first guy, the tournament can start. because Ryan's already all but said, and Tio as well, saying that they was going to fight each other. And that's predicated, of course, on both of them winning those fights.
Is it expected that Boots beats Stanionis? I think that's a bit of a fucking reach.
I think he's going to be I think he's the favorite to win it. I'm picking Boots to win.
It's the prelims, bro. This is like the prelims.
Anybody not picking Boots to win to beat Stanionis?
Man,
I look at
I'm
like
actually not that convinced. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm not. No, I mean, I was gonna say I look at it like a 50-50 fight. Like I don't know who's gonna win.
Yeah.
But I ain't picking against neither one. I don't really know who's gonna win. I don't know.
I ain't seen nobody fight. I ain't seen Stanionis fight nobody who I feel is the caliber of Boots. And I could probably say, you know, this could be Boots' toughest task in the Stanionis. But I don't know. I guess in my opinion, I'm a favor of Boots in that fight. Yeah.
If I had to pick somebody, I probably would pick Boots though.
Yeah, I'm a favorite Boots. Anything can happen, and Stanionis is them Eastern European fighters, man. You just never know. But yeah, I think he gets past Stanionis.
You can't be. Surely you can't pick Boots after his last performance.
I mean, I can pick him. I'm not confident. Like I wouldn't put no money on. Like I just want to see what's gonna happen. It's just a 50-50 fight to me. Like it's really just a fight. I just want to see what's gonna happen. It ain't really that big of a deal. Like
I can't wait to see Karen versus somebody else, bro. Shaka John versus another name, because I think we just not giving him his props. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. When you think about Boots, who has had, what is Boots? Boots only got like maybe 3 or 4 fights that's not knockouts, right? He's got the crazy knockout ratio too, right? Damn, my shit died.
You know what, bro? Boots to me is like that pretty card, and y'all probably heard me use this analogy again. He passed the eye test, but we ain't never put this nigga on the freeway. You feel me?
Right.
I want to see what happens when he get on the freeway.
And see, that's what I'm saying. I think Shaka John is like, you know, he might not be the whole freeway, but he kind of like the expressway. You know what I'm saying? And you trying to merge to get on that freeway. And we saw what happened. But I still think the skill set is there to take care of somebody like a extremely basic Stanionis that, you know, just straight relying on fundamentals, nothing special about the game, but he packs a punch. But we don't know how well he can really take one, which Boots could provide some answers for that question when it comes to the chin of Stanionis. So
yeah, the winner.
What are you seeing that fight? So are you seeing that fight 70-30 Boots?
I would say 60-40 Boots.
Oh, so you want to make the comment, but you don't want to commit?
Well, I mean, I'm going for. I ain't gonna. I'm taking Boots. So if that fight happens, I got Boots. I ain't on the fence. You know what I mean? I'm rolling with the favorite, and I think he's gonna be the favorite in that fight.
Yeah, he's gonna be the favorite.
Yeah.
Boots is the favorite to take over 47, bro. Like, I think everybody was under the same impression with Boots on the heels of Errol Spence and Bud Crawford being the mandatory and calling those guys out, you know, knocking out some of the guys who we thought could have been in contention. I think we all thought he was next up, him and Virgil Ortiz. It was supposed to have been him and Virgil Ortiz.
Yeah, it was though. Yeah, Virgil got sick. What the fuck was that? Whatever he got diagnosed
rhabdomyolysis. Rhabdomyolysis.
He ended up having to go to 54. And shit, I don't even think Virgil got too long at 54, man. If you look at him, he don't got too much longer at 54.
Before me, because it could start acting up again, but according to Virgil, he said he felt great, man. That weight cut is perfect for him. So
yeah,
we gonna see. But yeah, I
that's
think
what you're supposed to say when the camera's in your face, bro.
Yeah.
So you think in the last weigh-in versus Boychuk, you thought he looked a little depleted, or
it ain't really depleted. It's like, okay, yeah, you can tell, okay, yeah, you starting to tap out now, my nigga. Like you only got a little bit longer before you start looking good.
Yeah.
Because it's
Yeah.
before long, man, he's gonna grow into that Mexican dad bod. You know
But
what I mean?
yeah,
Just
that
can't,
Navarrete.
bro.
He gonna get that
You can't
Navarrete.
stop the dad bod, bro. The dad bod is coming. You know what I'm saying? I got it.
Yeah.
You got it. You know what I'm saying? It's coming.
For sure.
You know what
For
I'm saying?
sure.
So
I'm thinking I might go against you in the Stanionis.
That's why I like Coco. Hold up real quick. Shout out Coco. She said Bozy got to get him something to listen to. Shout out Coco. That's real shit. Bozy. The only advice Bozy had for Boots in that Shuckers fight was go get him out of there. Stop playing with him. Get him out of there.
man,
Get
hit
him.
this motherfucker. Hit him. What?
Bozy ain't had no fucking advice. Bozy just kept telling them get him out of there. That's real shit. I'm sorry, DJ. What'd you say there?
So yeah, I think I'm going to go against you, or prepared to go against you with Boots Stanionis outcome.
Oh shit! You gonna take Stanionis?
I'm not feeling weak about it. Like Boots has just been promoted, and he hasn't demonstrated. Yeah, sure, he's got skills, but getting punched so often in the face there against, like, it doesn't make sense to me. So let's put me on record. Let's have this conversation in a couple of weeks leading up to the fight, but I'm not convinced that Boots is going to walk through him. I just can't be.
I'm definitely not saying that Boots walks right through him. I agree with you there. I think we are in agreement there. I just think Boots probably can do enough to win. And I also think if anybody get knocked out, it'll probably be Stanionis. But I think
I think the opposite, bro. I think if anybody gets knocked out, it'll probably be Boots.
Okay.
I can see Boots tap, grab, boxing its way to a victory. But the way I see it is Stanionis got to catch him with some shit.
But see, that the only thing is Boots has been more of the knockout artist. He's got, his record reflects the punching power. Stanionis not so much. Is what
that's why I got it 70-30 Boots.
Yeah.
I think it's close, but you know what I'm saying? I just think it's real close.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I think that both guys haven't really been tested. So you can't really go out on a limb and be like, this is like, say for instance, bro, when it was Spence and Crawford, we knew what it was. We knew the assignment. These dudes ain't tested. We don't know. Bro, think about the Morrell fight. That motherfucker got clipped by somebody who wasn't even a puncher.
Yeah.
Because primarily this dude wasn't really tested. Just keep it a buck.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
we
facts.
Don't know. We don't know.
All right.
You know what I'm saying?
I'll go this far. Stanionis beats Boots, $50 super chat on your channel, Heavy. If Stanionis beats Boots, $50 super chat on your channel.
Oh, word. Okay. That's a bet. That's a bet, bro.
I think we've been hoodwinked by Boots's previous opponents. He's just been crafted into a superstar that he's not. He was gifted a title, didn't earn it. Come on. Look through the bullshit. What do you think, Casino?
But that's kind of not his fault coming up behind who he came up with. He just came up at the wrong time, bro. Because in order to earn a title, you would have had to fight either Earl Spence or Bud Crawford. And either one of them was going to give him the opportunity to do that.
No, they were looking bigger and better. Casino, what do you think?
I don't think. All right, me personally, I'm not a big fan of Boots. Personally, because I just don't feel like he's not confident. Like he don't seem confident. Like I don't know. He just don't seem that confident. Like
Who don't seem confident
Boots.
about 54 or Stanionis?
No, I ain't talking about. No, I ain't talking about in this fight. I got Boots winning the fight.
Okay.
I don't think Stanionis is the person to do it, but I don't think Boots is like one of the like best fighters. Well, he's the best fighter at probably at 147, but like I just feel like he one of them dudes that when he go up and fight people his own size, he ain't gonna be that same nigga no more.
Yeah, and shit, DJ, we talk about it all the time about how it's hard to get through that 54 gauntlet. It seems like everybody loses at 54. So I can understand why he wouldn't be extremely confident in jumping up there to 54. But I think he should have plenty of confidence versus somebody like Stanionis. But I do agree with you, DJ. I think, you never know, man. And Shaka John was able to make him look human. So,
if Avenesian would have had more than 2 weeks, I think he would have probably did a whole. I don't know if he would have beat him, but I think Avenesian would have gave Boots some hell. You think the Karen fight gave him fits? I think that Avenesian would have gave him big fits if he would have had more than 2 weeks to prepare. I'm telling you, they kind of caught him. That was a cherry. They caught him real sweet and picked him at the right time. You know what I'm saying? But if he would have had time and a whole camp, like a whole 3-month camp, he would have gave Boots hell.
What? So was Avenesian a replacement?
I think so. He was a replacement, like 2 weeks notice or some
Who?
shit. I forgot who the fuck was he fighting. Oh,
I can't remember.
I know he was a replacement.
I can't remember.
And they had to rush around to get him, and he only took that fight on 2 weeks.
He was a replacement for Cody Crowley.
Yes, he was.
The white boy. Yeah. I think I don't know, man. I think Avenesian was gonna get stopped either way. He probably could have had a little bit more scrap in him with a better training camp, but
Avenesian was giving that nigga work though.
He was
work.
But like I say, he was giving Bud some work. If you go back and watch that Bud Avenesian fight, he was giving Bud some work, bro.
But he had a full camp for Bud. He didn't have a full camp for Boots. That's what I'm saying.
Right.
That outcome was been a little bit different. Maybe he still gets stopped.
Yeah, I think he still gets stopped.
But it would have been a way more competitive fight with 2 weeks, 3 months worth of training versus 2 weeks worth of.
Yeah, it goes past 5 for sure. It goes past 5. I think so.
It's been a way tougher outing. But with that being said, fellas, it's late than a motherfucker. I gotta go, man. Thanks for the love for your channel, man. You know what I'm saying? Everybody out there in YouTube land, man, y'all hit the motherfucking like button. Casino, you know what it is. You the homie, nigga. Salute.
What's up?
Y'all, and hit that subscribe and that like button. And guess what? It don't cost much to pay attention to a motherfucking pimp.
I appreciate you, my guy. Thank you, man. My guy. Casino, last man standing. Real quick, for all 20-something of y'all that's in here, man, please, if you don't mind, for your boy, if you could find it in your heart to hit the damn like button. That's all a nigga asks. Appreciate you. Thank you. I think with that Shaka John fight though, Casino, sometimes you can get in these fights with guys who just, they got your number. And not to say that he had Boots' number to beat him, but he had his number to actually survive and not make Boots not look invincible. You know what I mean? And sometimes that can sway people's opinions about you because they've seen you kind of struggle against somebody who don't nobody know nothing about, right? And I think that's what's happened to Boots.
I feel like also because I don't think people like, all right, so Karen, like what he was doing wasn't spectacular, and he didn't win, like you said, but it's like when people hype a fighter up so much and they go through it with that style, like you know what I'm saying, that style that he was getting frustrated with, wasn't the style that people expected for him to be getting frustrated with. I think that was more what it was about. Like it wasn't like Karen was throwing heat and shit. Like it wasn't like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It was just
real rap.
like it's like you're getting frustrated at some shit that you supposed to be the master of. Like you supposed to be this master boxer. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And you getting I can't even say outboxed because he won, but it's like a boxer is frustrating you, and I think I think that's the real problem. Like it ain't like like when Floyd had problem with Maidana, but he still beat him. It ain't
Yeah.
really like that because it's like that style look like it'll give problems to anybody. But usually when you're looking at a boxer and people feel like you're supposed to be a superior boxer, it should be like you should be able to outclass that person. I think they was
Right.
expecting to outclass him.
Yeah, he just made them look human. Didn't make them look invincible. And people will see that and run with it. I remember when they first started talking about Tank potentially fighting a Frank Martin, right? Or even a De Los Santos back then too, before Shakur fought him, or a few other cats, is when he came off of his Pitbull Cruise performance. You know what I mean? Niggas thought Tank was still was looked like food for some reason. And I was like, man, that's just how that particular fight went, right? Dude was hurt at the same time. He had a hurt hand. And Pitbull's tough. You know what I mean? That was a tough style for Tank. Tank ain't used to being on the back foot like that. And the nigga just kept coming, and you hurt your hand on his head. It was a lot of different variables. But then, he went back to the same form. So as the same thing could happen, in my opinion, for your boy, man, Boots. You know what I mean? He could come back versus Stanionis and be right back in form. So we'll see.
Yeah.
All right, man. I'm about to wrap this shit up, man. Ain't nobody but me
sure.
and you.
I was gonna say I'm gonna get a person, man. All right, man.
You got some shout outs, big dog, before we get out of here?
Man, shit. I mean, shit. Man, let's go, David Benavidez, man. Let's get this win, man. Because I'm not trying to eat crow, man.
No doubt. You not, bro. Don't worry about it.
For sure. All right, man. Salute, bro.
Salute, man. My guy, Casino Life Prez. Y'all can check him out on YouTube, Casino Life Prez, and on Instagram as well. Especially if you into them dogs too, man. He do the dog shows and all of that. Real quick, I gotta take the time. Shout out the panel, man. Pablo for coming through, Cuban native over here in the stateside. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you. DJ 9 RC, of course, Casino Life. And who else was up here? Whoever else was up here, man. Thank you guys for hanging out with me, man. Big shout out to all of the usual suspects in the chat. Mike Saunders, Mark Wynn, Pablo was also in the chat. For surely, Sean, good to see you, brother. Thank you for coming through. Coco, what up, girlfriend? Thank you, Yolanda Dixon. Everybody, man, thanks for coming through and hanging out tonight. Real quick, I'm about to play the outro. Again, it's all of the people who shouted out the channel. I got like 2 DMs from people asking me the same shit. All you got to do is take your phone, make a video, 3 seconds, 5 seconds, 10 seconds. I'll edit it if you need me to. Just shout out the channel. Say, yo, big shout out to Heavy Bag Boxing or Heavy Bag TV. What up? What up, Big T.O.? Or hit the bag. Do the catchphrase. Make that video. DM me on Instagram at Heavy Bag Boxing TV, or excuse me, at Heavy Bag TV. And I promise you, I'll get to you and I'm going to add it to the outro. Sorry I was late today. Tuesdays and Thursdays, I'm still going to try and be consistent, and maybe Sunday nights. Again, thanks everybody. Let me get the hell up on out of here. I'm going to try and get a few winks before I deal with my son. All right, I am out of here.
Heavy Bag Boxing TV.
Y'all make sure you go sub to my man Heavy Bag Boxing, baby.
Get your dumb ass in, hit this bag.
The Heavy Bag Boxing TV.
Y'all just go ahead and subscribe to Heavy Bag Boxing TV. He be lit on his channel.
And Heavy Bag Boxing.
Heavy Bag Boxing TV.
Yo, shout out to Heavy Bag Boxing TV.
Heavy Bag Boxing TV.
Heavy Bag Boxing TV.
Heavy Bag Boxing TV. That's my little bro.
Punch Drink 412 in the building. Shout out to my guy T.O. Heavy Bag Boxing TV. Get your bitch ass in here and hit this bag.
Heavy Bag Boxing, all right? You heard it from me. You heard it here first.
Heavy Bags Boxing. Straight out of Norfolk, baby. Let's go.
What's up, y'all? Shout out to Heavy Bag Boxing TV.
You are tuned in to Heavy Bag Boxing. Get your and hit this bag.
Shout out to Heavy Bag Boxing. It's the one and only Blazer Flair. Woo!
Yo, what's up? It's your boy Zach, Super Judah, 6-time champion world. I'm giving a big shout out to my home team, Heavy Bag TV. You heard? Keep it live.
This is Showtime Sean Porter, and you are watching Heavy Bag Boxing.